day. Present time.
Oh, God damn it. Fucking OBS. Why you gotta be a gremlin?
Let's pull up the stream.
Sorry, it's just OBS is a stupid idiot butthole, and I hate it.
Hmm?
It resized technically I resized everything, but something resized everything first, so it was all wrong, and then I tried to resize it, and that means I had to reset everything. I'm very annoyed, but I don't want to be late, chat. I hate to be late. I hate it more than anything.
Hi, chat.
Yes, but we're going.
Omega. My ears.
That's what you get for listening. You're in the VC. All right, I'm going to tweet the street. I don't even have my freaking music pulled up.
I activate ping the bullseye for 400.
Yeah, they're still in the middle of a test game while I'm setting up. So hold on, let me get the.
You're like, this will go quickly.
I mean, I knew.
I never said nothing.
Okay, that's clear. I can now tab to Twitter to share stream.
Halberd the rope-a-dope.
All right, it is now tweeted. Now the question is, do I want to do the thing I did yesterday and yell at everybody in the Discord that we're live?
Your call.
It'd be funny, but it's up to you.
Nah, I'm good. The people who know are the people who know. We got the audience.
All right. Can you out a very outable board
No, he can't.
with 10 cards in your hand or whatever the fuck?
He can't do it.
Yeah, well, Solid Soldier.
Aha, he's an Earth type.
I know.
Oh no, wait, Stratos is enswoled. No!
Big Stratos.
Well, that's good.
I don't know why you keep popping my back row. It doesn't do anything.
I'm worried. Oh well. Miracle Fusion.
Oh, I'm probably dead here. Yeah.
Good.
What? No.
Good.
Why would
You should be
think you're
dead.
dead?
Because Trinity.
God.
Well, no, Omega, it's bad if I'm dead.
All right, I'll switch back. Well, no, it's not, because just knock it off. Did that reset my whole resolution rate? Yeah, YouTube says good. Ay, 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 ay.
Oh, is
God, I hate
YouTube
it.
being a butt?
No, YouTube's not being a butt. OBS is being a butt, because it changed the resolution of my format. I'm just... Guys, I just wish everything would be magical and perfect. Like, I'm smart, but technology is so stupid, actually. It's unsmart. That I'm not equipped for this shit half the time. So, I'm dreadfully sorry if anything looks fucked or bad. I will attempt to fix it later, but I won't because I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing because nothing ever does itself. Loth, do not laugh right now. I will literally cancel this stream. I don't need this right now. I could go play Saints Row. That's fun. Oh my god, YouTube, shut the fuck up. I can't fix the resolution. Because I don't even know why it's unfucked. Why do you tell me these things?
I'm gonna mute myself.
Yeah, you fucking better. You also better leave that fucking game. It's not closed yet. You better leave it.
Oh, hold on. We're going to leave it. Don't worry. Loth decided to play a card that killed itself.
I mean, you can just close out.
And now I play List of the Armageddon.
Okay. All right. I guess we don't need to stream today. Okay. Thanks so much, guys. Thanks for showing up, everybody. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Okay. All right. I think I have to try and figure out what's wrong with the resolution because YouTube won't stop bothering me, and I literally won't be able to do the stream. Okay. What's wrong with my window capture? I literally don't even know, like, where that is in OBS. Like, it's not like OBS has, like... It's not like OBS has user interface. It's just the one that's free. Is it in properties? Nope. You'd think something like your size or whatever, your outputs would be in properties. Nope, not there.
Is there really no, like, resolution or output settings?
No, it's not in that. Is it in my, like, macro output? If it is, I don't think I can do anything with it while we're streaming. But also, I don't know why it would have changed my output. No, my outputs look fine. Right, no, stream. Nope, that doesn't have anything for that. That's just the stream levels. We're not set on ignore the services features. Is it a video? Oh, okay. It is in the base canvas resolution, but I can't change that while we're streaming. Also, I gotta say, I will say this. YouTube, fuck you. You have a giant space for stream health. Why do you just say the current resolution is not optimal? Tell me what the optimal resolution is, literally. Like, why?
Specifics.
Why do you say, please check the resolution, the current resolution, 920 by 1048, which is what we reset to, that's true, isn't optimal? Period. Full stop. There's, like, literally, I think, like, at least 10 more rows of space for, like, text prompts in here. Like, they could fit 10 more lines of text in here. Why you just tell me what the optimal resolution is?
They could say it has to be one of the a multiple of 240.
I mean, yeah, literally just tell me what the optimal resolution is. Yeah, Master Duel is bad and dumb. We're not here to yell about that. We yelled about that already, and I'm not in a mood for it. Chad, I'm going to need you to read the room as well, much like Loth. Yeah, I literally... Okay. Hold on. I'm going to hit stop streaming on OBS for a second so I can fuck with this. So we're going to go away for a second, but I'm not going to end the YouTube stream. All right, we're streaming again. Are we going live? Good connection. Well, that says the resolution up. Oh, God damn it, OBS. Okay, so I fixed the resolution the first time, and now I gotta stop and fix it again, because now... Alright, YouTube, you better shut the fuck up now. If I get demonetized because I'm cussing at this. What? God damn it! I can't! It literally keeps telling me the resolutions aren't optimal! I literally Googled this! What the fuck is wrong with you? I think we might have to cancel the stream unless you guys are gonna tell me what the fuck YouTube wants from me, because I can't even.
Can you turn off notifications from YouTube?
No, it's because YouTube thinks the stream is bad because of it. It's like, yo, this isn't good. It will not shut the fuck up.
I know nothing, so I actually can't contribute.
Goes to
anything useful.
720 perfectly fine. I don't know.
I mean, technically, you should be going to 1080 because it's in that resolution. But why?
Don't go to 1080.
I mean, I can't go any higher. This is literally the output. We're at the base output. What the fuck?
Let me do some Google foo.
I mean, I'm already looking at the list, but I don't understand it. I don't... And this is why I'm like, YouTube, why don't you tell me what the goddamn proper rate is? Tell me what it is, because I looked it up, and I don't know, apparently. Once again, you guys should be glad you can't hear me cussing when I'm off mic, because it's like, why the fuck are things different? Why can't things stay the same? I think I'm literally going to close OBS and reopen it.
It might be the audio thing.
Nope, it's not audio resolution. It literally tells me it's the resolution of the current, the actual pixel resolution. Okay. 920 by 1080 is apparently not optimal. Hold on, I'm going to close OBS. Gotta just try and ignore it. I just can't look at YouTube. I guess I can't because it's like, I don't even know. I literally do not know, and this is a personal deep anxiety for me. You can tell I'm getting horribly fucking destroyed right now. But, like, I don't like it when you tell me I'm doing something bad, but you won't explain to me what the fuck is wrong. So
I've been there, too.
I just have
Fairly
to...
common.
I don't...
Axe,
I wonder if it's really...
you don't need to expand.
No, I'm wondering if it's a certificate that because YouTube doesn't recognize that you've changed it, it keeps giving you it.
No, I keep changing the data. It knows when I'm not streaming when I turn the data off. And it has said like every time I've changed the resolution, it said what's wrong with it. Like it calls out what my resolution is. It's just not telling me what the optimal fucking one is. You fuckers, you useless ass piece of shits. When have you ever done anything good for anybody, huh, YouTube?
So it's YouTube. What is it saying?
YouTube is saying in the stream window, warning, please check video resolution. The current resolution, which is 920 by 1080 right now, which is not optimal. And it's giving me a good stream bad thing for it.
Okay, so I did get a little ping on this, Omega,
All right.
and this might work. So what it says is, and this does fall into the category of YouTube is fucking which that's not important, but it says if the bit rate and resolution are mismatched, it may give you a error on the resolution. So if you can change the bit rate to 4,000.
Okay. I don't
might
even
work.
know where that is, though. Oh, okay, there it is. That's that. All right, streaming.
Right back.
All right. Okay. Hold on, I can actually up the bitrate without stopping the stream.
That would be my only guess.
All right. I'll try it. I applied it. It still says good. Yeah, no, it's still giving me the warning, the same warning.
Okay,
Hold on,
I don't know what
Let me
it
double
is.
check. Did that actually stick? Yeah, no. I mean, I'll try.
It's so weird.
Like, I know I just fucked with things and I resized stuff, but, like, I don't... I just want to show paint, okay? No, it's still telling me good connection. God damn it, you little... You fucking smug piece of shit, YouTube. If you know there's a problem, just tell me what to do to fix it. I shouldn't need a fucking PhD to understand what is the correct streaming resolution.
That is very true.
Anyway, I don't know. Like I said, I'm literally gonna close the stream thing, and I'm not gonna look at it. So my responses to chat will probably be delayed because I have to see my OBS window. Also, that's a little small of me. That might be too big. Hold on. Yeah, actually, I think this is slightly fucked with the format. God damn it. It's all those extra streams I did where I had to stream weird shit last week, which, like, apparently gave OBS a conniption fit. All right. I mean, I gotta admit, I really don't want to talk about Infernoid now because they're useless pieces of shit and nobody likes them. Look at them all. Look how ugly they are.
I mean, I don't know if they're useless, but God, are they drawn in a art style choice?
Actually, that's a good question. We were talking earlier. I'm already a little heated because I was trying to explain to Dallas how a Rika deck can win a tournament of Yu-Gi-Oh! And we discovered that, like, nobody cares about that anymore. Like,
Yeah,
nobody
no,
will tell you, like, what deck lists are.
No, the North American tournament scene is an esoteric mess in Yu-Gi-Oh! Or I shouldn't say North American.
Yeah, I
It's
believe the
very
championship they won
Americentric,
it is
but
actually
the
in Europe.
TCG.
So, like, I'm already in kind of a rough mood fighting it, and now I'm just like, what the hell?
You know, the TCG is weird and esoteric. And they don't have a uniform website, which makes no sense to me. But, whatever.
God, even YouTube's fucking help is fucking obscure. I don't... How am I supposed to know what the optimal resolution is?
I don't know. YouTube is...
It feels like it's just a placeholder.
The saddest
over real
thing-
view.
Well, the saddest thing is it's still a... God, streaming platforms are so fucking bad.
I mean, apparently some people had this error in the beta, like, years ago. But I literally don't know what, like, it should be 1080. Like, you should literally be in high def right now. Like, YouTube keeps yelling, but I presume you guys aren't having any actual problems with the stream, right? Because you're not yelling at me about it. The preview seems to keep buffering. Yeah, my preview also looks like dog shit, so I don't know. But, like, I'm hoping that you guys can still see and hear us, right? If you're still here. Because if you're not here, I'll turn the stream off right now.
Yeah. If you are here, please let us know.
Yeah, no
It says
shit,
that
Loth.
the
It's just
card-
the playmat. I haven't done anything with it. That's the only thing there is.
Okay.
I'm just saying, is
It
it
says
is
this-
it playing smoothly? Is there any buffering? Can you read the chat window, which is visible
Yeah, I
on
can
screen?
read the chat window.
Yeah, okay.
Well, I mean, Okay, I'm a bad example. Someone else should try and read the chat window.
Why? Do you have a fucking huge monitor?
I could never read the chat window.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, okay, yeah, it's fine.
It's a bit pixely, but, you know, fine.
Well, I did have to resize it again, but I can scooch it up a little bit bigger.
No, it's
No, I think it's good now. It just took the the YouTube thing. Where
Oh, it had a
was
weird
like,
pop in. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like blurry, and then it was fine.
I mean, I still,
So yeah,
I
think
still
the
feel like I'm
stream's
not.
fine.
Whatever. I have to trust you guys because apparently nobody else watching the stream live will give me feedback.
No, I felt the casual said present,
Yeah.
and that it's working.
Well, there's 6 people watching, and I believe 4 of them are us in the VC.
Well, yeah, I'm sure a lot of people tabbed away because for 15 minutes we haven't been doing anything. I say those people are moral cowards. They wouldn't dare tab back in. But yes, YouTube's apparently going to fight me tonight, and I just can't deal with it right now. So we're going to talk about Infernoids.
The Noids.
Yeah, because they were released in Secrets of Eternity. Hold on, I need to grab my water, actually, because I've been yelling so much.
Yes, the final fucking not World Legacy, that's the wrong one. Dual terminal bullshit archetype. I mean, as an archetype, these guys were very meta relevant. Pretty much out the gates. But God, as far as art goes,
It bad.
there are some choices made and some styles. So basically, everything I hate about Eastern video game art is present in the Infernoids. Like the Infernoids just feel like a collection of everything I hate about art.
Yeah.
Oh, also, they're all named after demons,
Yes.
because they're not subtle. No, but Infernoids are a good deck. They're just... I mean, there are certain cards that are limited that keep Infernoids out of the meta, but they're rogue playable, even now. Just Reasoning and Monster Gate really hit them hard.
Yeah.
They were playing a lot with Burning Abyss, too.
Oh, I'm sure. But yes, I'm back now. Grass did a lot of things wrong.
Grass did...
People were literally running 60-card decks without Grass just to dunk on Grass players.
Yeah, no. I'll say this. The Infernoid has like been the only deck that's run Grass at 1 and been good because they don't actually need Grass because all of their cards do that.
Yeah.
I like Grass. I'm fine with Grass because I think it's funny.
All right.
And honestly, we just had an entire season of we're going to play 60-card piles anyway with no Grass. So.
Okay, so my resolution looks fine. It looks fine on the preview. I've pulled up, so I didn't have time to I mean, I had time, but we haven't played Yu-Gi-Oh! In like a long-ass time, other than Loth got some test games in like the middle of the night last night. So we were doing a lot of testing and discussing like prog stuff because we're actually back on for this week. I even posted the bracket.
Mm-hmm.
So I did not do my normal like release window list for this because you don't really have to. Like Infernoids come out in a blob over a couple of sets, starting with Secrets of Eternity. And fun fact, a lot like some of the other cards we've discussed, like towards the end of this dual terminal arc, they didn't really get support. Not like Shaddoll, like have actually gotten good support.
Well,
a lot.
Shaddoll is a weird example because it kind of runs counter to what I'm saying. But I think the reason Infernoids have never gotten very big support is they never left the meta until very recently.
Yeah, no, they've always been rogue playable, but they're not.
Well, no, they were even like I would say better than rogue.
Yeah, I don't actually.
They were still hitting tournaments up. They were still hitting tournaments until 2020. Until the reasoning limit, they were still hitting tournaments.
Okay. Because I was gonna check, but also didn't have time to do that on like what the actual like top deck performance was.
Up until 2020. There was
so
a lot.
That's probably the why then as well with Klee as well. Like those cards were always still good. It's just they became less good as time went on. You know, kind of a thing.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
gonna mute the discussor.
Infernoids lean heavily on a lot of tools that got slowly over the time chipped away by the limited ban
Yeah.
list.
So it makes sense that they're kind of phased out, and probably we just haven't gotten in there. You can argue with the way that their spell traps work, because they have the Void preview that, like, technically there are some cards which may or may not work for them that have come out because they are Void spell traps, but those are much more leaning towards Infernity. And yes, audience at home, if Dallas hasn't brought that up yet, Infernity and Infernoid, not the same thing. I know we get them confused a lot, but they are very
also
different.
don't really play well together.
Funnily enough, no, they don't. Infernoids are Fire Fiend, and they're all different levels.
Like having, well, it's more like Infernoids are a very slow deck until they aren't.
Yeah.
Whereas Infernity is never a slow deck, and if you try and build it slow, you just lose.
Yeah.
Infernity is all gas, no brakes. Infernoid is...
Though, and funnily enough, Infernity is not held back by non-archetype cards on the Forbidden Limitless. They're held back because none of them are printed with hops, so you need to leave Lawn Chair at 1.
Look, I think they could take Archfiend to 3 and it wouldn't break anything. It's just Launcher does in fact need to stay at 1 forever.
By the way, I will say this: I feel like some of why my mood is not improved is because also it's fucking hot right now. Like, I picked up my bottle of water to drink it, and it feels almost warm to me. And this came out of the fridge like maybe an hour ago.
Yeah.
It's 9:30 at night, by the way.
I understand Omega's upsetness at, like, it's late. Why is it so hot?
Yeah, it's. I mean, right now I might have to open my window. It's apparently only 76 degrees and mostly cloudy outside, so I might open my window after this. But
conversion.
Before that, is warm. This is Infernoid Premise, by the way, which was not his name originally. It was Infernoid Shaitan in the OCG. Yes. And you immediately see the issue, chat.
Well, it's not the issue you think it is. Although that is very funny that it happens to be like this, because this is definitely a victim of the we don't want to tempt the satanic panic stuff.
Yes.
Because these are literally all named after greater demons.
Yeah.
And this one isn't just the Yu-Gi-Oh! Fandom wiki being special.
No. Like literally, no. The spelling is the Shaitan that way.
This guy just looks like a mechanical gargoyle with a weird tube on his back.
Yes, he is.
Spoiler.
That way.
Shaitan is Satan.
Yeah, that's one of the spellings.
Satan.
But no, I mean, so he is a fire fiend like all Infernoids. The gargoyle thing Loth is talking about, and even sometimes the wings might even be a little like Mesopotamian. That works, sure. I assume they're color coded again because there's like 10 of them. Yeah, they've all got a Pyroxene. This is the white one. So they're all going to be color coded like that because Konami really can't forget their 10 glowing orbs.
No,
we got 10 color orbs that are glowing.
Weirdly enough, like I said this while you were getting a drink of water. The Infernoids are a distillation of all of the tropes I hate in a lot of Eastern video game character designs, or monster designs more than anything. I would say Shaitan is actually the best designed of them.
I mean, you can tell what the fuck he is, like right?
Yeah, it's a clockwork gargoyle kind of thing.
He's a mechanical demon. Like, he's got a vacuum tube on his back, so like you can understand like that's what's powering him.
Like, yes, maybe for Satan, he is a little bit underwhelming. He's a little bit tiny for Satan.
Yeah, this is the small one, by the way. We're going in level order, I think.
But regardless, he is still a sensical design that I don't hate. I don't like it, but I don't hate this design. Yeah,
it exists. I will say this. I think I kind of agree with that. There's nothing offensive about this design, but there's also nothing like stand out about it. He's a guy. Yeah. He's got weird fishhook claws. He's got fishhook horns. He's got like some tubing and stuff. The artist did some good extra detail work in here, obviously, like the rivets and everything. You know, these are clearly supposed to be mechanical demons, which is true, by the way. Oh gosh, what's the actual order of the lore? It's the Clees wake up to fuck with the under the tree, and then that bit gets damaged, the bit that's glued under the tree, and then the Infernoids pop out of it.
Yeah.
Because they're linked to Tierra, the opposite of Sophia.
Yeah,
who we will
because it
also
turns out
cover, I think. Yeah.
the Klees were actually guarding something important.
Yes, the Klees were the defensive system, and it didn't work.
Yeah.
But yeah, so these
Technically,
guys are
this is all
basically
Mr.
just
Dahl's fault.
yeah, these guys are just kind of the heralds of the end times, as it were.
Yeah. These are the heralds of destruction.
And once all of them gang up and get control of all the Pyroxenes, I believe Tierra pops out, and then we have to punch that one.
Yeah. Tierra goes, "Hey, what's up?"
I'm going to push the reset button. Don't you do it! I'm gonna do it.
I'm gonna push the button.
And no, we do not push the button actually yet. That comes later. So what Pyramide does is, and actually, what's the? Trying to remember. What's the? Do they talk about the? Okay. So they do have a little bit of discussion about the language origins for this. They're very simple. They used like different numbering systems in different languages. So, Pirmai is Latvian for first, I believe, or one.
Yes.
Because this is the level 1/1. Level 1 Fire Fiends 0/0. Can't be normal summoned or set. Must be specialed by banishing one Infernoid monster from your hand or graveyard, while a total of all levels and ranks of all effect monsters you control are 8 or lower. So they do actually kind of future-proof this with Xyz nonsense. And can't be special summoned other ways.
For all the League players in the audience, this would be the first of 10!
Yeah. And then it has a normal monster effect other than its special summoning conditions. Once per turn, target a set card on the field, shuffle it. That card can't be activated in response to this activation. During your opponent's turn, once per turn, you contribute one monster, target one card in your opponent's graveyard, banish it. This is a quick effect. So, Pirmai is a spin back, kind of like the future Nightmare Unicorn. Spin back's a set card, and you can't activate it. That's the thing that always stopped Nobleman of Extermination. And then also, once per turn on your opponent's turn, you contribute a monster to DD Crow.
He's not great.
No.
Because of all his restrictions.
Yeah, the fact that...
Like...
Because I believe most Infernoids have kind of the inverse level thing going on. So the fact that you can't use him with your biggest boys, and he's just a little tiny baby. I get what they're going for, and he has utility. You'll probably not be summoning him a lot on its own.
The Infernoids are better than some archetypes, I would say, where they do have a diverse number of them that are played. Like, there's like, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's usually about 6 of the monsters that are played.
Yeah.
Which, for an archetype, is not bad.
Yeah.
But this guy is definitely not one of them. Not even as a splashy one of.
No. Like, he has uses,
especially after
but
Call by the Grave printing.
With your deck strategy... Oh, yeah, God, because you would just... You would tribute him to get the DD Crow effect, and you just get called by it, because that's how that works. Yeah. It's like him being a hand trap, but he's not even a hand trap. You have to special summon him to do that effect. So let's be gone with him. And let's summon the next one. This is Infernoid Antra, or, if you are in Japan, Infernoid Beelzebub, which is why he is vaguely bug-like.
Boy.
I mean, go ahead.
This art does not work for many reasons.
I mean, I think there are some... I'm not like... Now that this is blown up, I'm not like, ugh! I'm looking at it and I'm like, huh, we're doing things here. I don't know if we should be doing those things, but there's stuff. Like, he's got...
This is one of those...
He's got 6 limbs, so, okay, going for the bug thing. I think the main thing is
no, he has more than 6, I think. Yeah, he has 8.
Oh, okay, yeah, so he's got extra folding legs. Ah, see, then that's too many legs. You should have just stopped at 6. Yeah. And, like, I think I get what they're going for. Like, his vacuum tubes are, like, his... they're like fly eyes, and then his actual neck and head is like its proboscis, but he's also got a mouth and regular eyes on this. So it's like...
Yeah.
I feel like the artist was trying too hard to do, like, okay,
yeah,
he's a giant fly robot, but also he's still a dragon demon robot,
Look,
so...
I have a problem with most interpretations of Beelzebub. I feel. but this one's really bad.
It's a little weird. It's a little whatchamacallit, like
90s anime-ish.
no, that's not really the direction I'm going for. I'm thinking not like a specific look, but like I don't think over-designed is the right word. I think they were
Misdesigned.
yeah, there are two different design philosophies at work here. One is we're making kind of gargoyle-y, demon-y dragon machine guys. And then also, well, it's Beelzebub, so we want to make him look like a fly. So we end up with something that's not really a fly, but it's not real, because he's got, like, all those extra legs and stuff. It's just it's a little weird. Like, we probably could have tightened this up one way or another. And obviously being a super rare, it's in foil, so he's, like, very purpley for some reason. But so, and in case you were wondering, Antra is Lithuanian for second, so this is the level 2 one.
Yeah.
Anybody
This
got
one
anything
is
else
also
to,
not very played.
Anybody got anything
Well-
else to say about how he looks?
Look at my hands.
He does have a lot of hands.
I'll say this. I like the art style that the Infernoids are going for. I just feel like it was very mistreated in most of these.
Yeah, I guess as we saw with Pirmai, there's a way you can do this aesthetic like simply and good, but I feel like we put a few too many like I didn't even talk about it, but like you notice he's got like ribs on his body, even though also again with the way the wings and the giant bulbs are, like I think it's supposed to also be like a fly head. But why do you have ribs then? Like basically, I needed these people to pick one and go for it, and they did not. The artist was like, no, I can make him a bug and also a dragon. Axe is muted, so he is
Yeah.
probably chipping away at Final Fantasy, or he doesn't want to talk because he's afraid we'll be mad at him.
Like, if you want to see what a good bug dragon looks like,
Okay, he's
Monster
busy.
Hunter has done that. They made a good bug dragon. This is not a good bug dragon.
I want to clarify for chat. Axe is actually busy. That's why he's muted. I poke fun at people, but I want to just say that it's to clarify. So yeah, Antra cannot be normal summoned or set. Must be special summoned by banishing an Infernoid from your hand or graveyard. While the total levels and ranks of all monsters is 8 or lower, so the same requirements as Primai. I might just start calling him Shaitan if I have to remember him because I want to say Primaris, but that is not that. That's a future fail betrayal.
Typhon Primaris.
That's a future fail betrayal project I need to get back to working on. Marines, but taller. So its effect is once per turn, target a face-up card your opponent controls, return it to the hand. So a Compulse on legs. Once per turn during your opponent's turn, tribute one monster. Also do the DD Crow. Okay. Yeah. So and he has 2k defense by the way and 0 attack. So like cool. A once per turn Compulse neat. It's still kind of annoying, and I don't think that with his stat line he's really worth it.
No. I mean, he was played probably a little bit in some of the more traditional builds, but he's definitely not good.
Okay, this.
Pardon me, Omega.
Yeah, what's up?
Would you kindly remind me what name this card is again? quickly?
This one is Antra, or
Okay, thank
Beelzebub.
you. I'll be right back.
Agra.
Uh-oh. Loft's gonna summon a demon. But we're actually gonna move on to the next one while he's away. Hopefully that doesn't ruin whatever he's doing. It's time for this one is number 3, the black one. You probably know this one's name, because in English, this one is Infernoid Harmadick. Literally, Harmadick. It's spelled with just an IK, but yeah, it's Harmadick. The subject of many stupid jokes.
Inferno
Yes.
Hummer Dragon.
Yeah. In the OCG, this one is Infernoid Lucifugus. Yes, it is spelled that way.
Yeah. Which, to be fair, is not Lucifer, but is Lucifuge.
Yes.
Those are different things.
Lucifuge Rofakal.
Yeah.
Possibly Rofakale, but we usually leave that name off just to be there. No, because we already have...
No, Harmadic is absolutely terrible.
You mean art-wise? Or effect-wise? Because, like, art-wise,
Yes.
I don't think he's that much different from Shaitan. I mean, I don't...
So I have one big problem with him.
Okay, what is it?
Well, first of all, I don't know what color he's going for.
Black. That's his Pyroxene color, anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, these guys do have kind of a weird metallic sheen.
Yeah.
I'm noticing that as we go through these.
My big problem is the ribcage thing he has. It just looks a bit weird.
Yeah, these guys have a little emphasis.
No, yeah,
on the
looking at him
ribcage.
closer, he's not that bad.
Yeah, I think blown up, he's a little
But no,
better. Like, he's got some cute details, like
mostly
he's got hoof feet.
Mostly when I was saying he's awful, I was in reference to the his effect.
Yeah, probably. I don't know why he has little corkscrew horns, for instance. That's a little weird. But I think this one is similar to Shaitan. It's kind of inoffensive. Yeah, he's a little demon man.
Little baby man.
So, if nobody has any further things, actually, and also I will reopen the dreaded YouTube tab because I want to type something to chat. Because I want to spell his name if you don't know how it's
I will laugh if it's just not.
No, I literally
You're
reopened it
renewing.
and I got the warning.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know why we keep with the stream health of the bad, and if it's gonna keep doing that, I'll have to like figure out what the fuck its problem is. But for now, it's not a big deal because I'm not streaming for like a while. But I want to spell that out for chat. There you go. And the language that is in is Hungarian, so I assume that's third. Yes, Harmadik is third in Hungarian. I almost said Thungarian.
Thungarian.
Thungar, the barbarian.
That was where I went too.
So, Harmadik is a level 3. He has 1,600 attack, 0 defense, so I don't know if the stat lines make sense. Can't be normals, blah, 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 blah. Once per turn, target a monster on the field and destroy it. This card can't attack the turn you activate this effect. That's a great restriction, Konami. That's so helpful. Once per turn during your opponent's turn, tribute a monster, banish it. So they all have the... I think they all have the DD Crow effect. I'm not an expert in this deck, though. But so far, all the first 3 ones we've seen have had the DD Crow effect.
Yeah, a lot of them do.
So this one's main thing is it's a once per turn, it's a pop, but you can't attack. Keeping in mind, as I brought up, this guy only has 1,600. And yes, technically he's a soft once per turn, but by his own summoning conditions, you can only have as many as 2 Harmadicks anyway. Because if you had... actually, no, I guess you could summon the third if you just had 2, right? Because it's... You can't stop summoning until you're at 8 or higher, right? No, higher than 8, because it's 8 or lower. So yeah, I guess you could bring out all 3, and they're all soft ones per turns. That's still only 16 times 3 is what? Not 32, that's 2. 16 times 3, 32, another 6, 8, 48? Yeah.
Yeah.
4,800? That's about half your life points. It's just overly restrictive. I don't know why they bothered, especially in this deck, because that's... Keep in mind, that means you have to have 3 other Infernoids that weren't just 3 copies of Harmadik to banish from your hand or graveyard. So it feels overly restrictive, and I'm sure that's why this guy's not really played. Because the only thing he does is a monster pop, and then he can't attack. So he's... Because of the restriction they have on the number of levels you can control, he is just sucking up your available monsters.
Yeah, no, he's bad.
So
Like, there are versions that play 8 Infernoids. Spoiler, the 2 that are cut have already been mentioned.
Yeah.
Or 9, I should say, because they play the extra deck one, too.
All right, so we move
Yeah,
on to
no.
the 4th one.
Is this captain my captain, I think? Oh no, the captain's level 1. He's a later support. Oh, is this Portrayal, I think?
Patrulia.
Yeah, This art is not.
Astaroth in the OCG.
Yeah.
No, this is
It's
another
not
okay
awful.
one. I mean, I will say I have one issue I think with this one. We talked before about how the coloring of their metal plating.
Yeah.
Why did we think brown and blue was a good color?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because it's not. I mean, it's an interesting effect because it makes this one look almost wooden. I also don't know what's going on with his right hand. It's like a little sock puppet. That's weird. But anyway, like he's got 4 vacuum tubes for blue, and he's got the brown coloring. I think the covering would be more interesting in a different context, but the blue highlights are kind of weird to me. But otherwise, this one's just, yeah, it's another gargoyle dragon thing with a weird sock puppet arm.
Yeah, it's very odd.
Any other thoughts? Chat? Boys? Boys in chat? I can tell Loth was doing finger puppet, hand puppet motions there.
I was actually
it's
making
very-
motions in real life.
Yeah, I figured.
It's just very odd.
Yeah, I guess that's the word for it. Odd. It's not like bad, but it's like, why?
I hate actually. You can probably look at it and see it, Omega. I made something and then realized that one of the words is just slightly lower than where it should be.
Like,
Ugh.
this
yeah,
is definitely
you
not
offset
where
that slightly. That's funny.
These arts definitely get badder the earth we go. My
further we go.
brain just
Yeah.
the further we go. Further down deeper as we dig, the art gets much worse. But this is definitely the start of why are there so many extra bubbles and what's it's on this.
Well, because, we gotta... I mean, some of it is, if it's the vacuum tubes, those are counting up with the level. So that's the... I mean, that still might be a bad decision to keep adding more vacuum tubes, but that at least has a reason for it. There are other things that will not have reasons for. So... Patrulia can't be normal summoned, blah, 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 the usual stuff. Once per turn, target a spell trap, destroy it. Can't attack the turn you start it. By the way, this one's 1800 attack. Once per turn during your opponent's turn, DD Crow. So, like...
Yeah, Patrulia is very much a good one or two of.
Yeah, I would not go ham on Patrulia, but you get a spell trap pop, that can be really worth it in certain contexts. We spent a lot of time waxing poetic before the stream started about, like, floodgates. Spoilers, because you're not going to see that pack opening for a little bit, a couple of days at least. In Prague, I pulled 3 Mystic Mine. But we talked a little bit back and forth about some of the different decks that counterplay different floodgates. This is neat. Unfortunately, I think it doesn't do enough for, like... It doesn't do enough for the floodgates that are problematic in this deck, like... Skill Drain would probably fuck you, because all your effects activate once per turn on your turn.
Oh, well, no, the big one for this deck is, fucking, oh god, what's it called?
Necro
Soul
Valley?
Drain.
Oh, Skill Drain also, yeah, fucks like I said that. But Necro Valley also probably isn't good, because then you can't banish them
Necro
from
Valley,
your
Soul
graveyard.
Drain, any graveyard stuff is just, Grave Hate kills this deck.
So there's a few different ways this deck can be interrupted, and so far none of the small boys have really seemed like they were worth playing the deck for. That's pretty typical.
I mean, there's one small boy, but he's later.
Yeah. Decatron is not in
We'll
the
get
core
to him.
list, but we'll get there.
Yeah, Captain My Captain is very good.
So, all right. I think that's enough from Astaroth, or Ashtaroth, or Astarote. There's like 4 different spellings of that
It is
one.
definitely Asheroth, because that's funny.
My favorite Soul Calibur character.
Well, no, God, I keep forgetting you people are zygotes and uncultured. Asheroth is a rapper from the 90s.
I wasn't listening to rap in the 90s, Dallas. I barely existed.
That's fair.
No, don't save as.
I was a small baby child.
This is another one, so I'm moving on to our next one, Piatti. Or Asmodai. This is another one where up close I'm like, okay, this is like 80% okay, but I have questions.
Yeah, this is where they start getting a bit...
Like, okay, so one of his
the
hands...
face is the problem,
Yes,
right?
the face is the problem. Yeah, I'm like, I can't tell if that's his nose or if he's wearing a VR headset.
Or if he's just, like, really small for some reason.
Yeah, or if he just has a tiny face. It's weird.
Yeah, no, the face is definitely like.
can't
Other than
tell
the
if
face, this is fine.
I can't tell if I hate or like the vacuum tubes.
Okay, never mind. I found another problem.
Oh yeah, is it?
Why
Go for it.
he have duck feet?
Well, I assume that's part of his general construction. Why are they webbed? I don't know. I would also like to draw your attention to this hand. What the fuck is going on with this hand? Like
I think he's
that's
just
a hand.
opening his hand.
Okay, I'm back. I'm
What's
sorry.
that
I have
for?
to go do a work thing. So
No, he's
I
just opening his
So
hand.
many of those cards.
Is he just opening his hand? But then why are his fingers like? Cause like, look, his other hand articulates so it can close around his weird staff thing. What is
I
this?
think
Is
he
he like
just has big
pointing?
fingers.
Hi. How many did I miss? Because I've been listening. But not...
This is number 5.
4.
Okay, so I didn't
So.
get. I have to go look at the other one.
I mean, I'm gonna be
Nothing
real.
too
You don't really
horrible
have
yet.
to. They weren't really. They're just demony guys.
I will say
Yeah,
the other.
it-
I've always liked the weird metallic fiber texture they got going, but that's kind of it mostly.
See, that's one of the things I hate about them, and
I
a
guess
lot of
it's
art in
like
general.
dark version of the Klee texture.
I mean, yeah, I don't mind the texturing. And I think this guy's got a red plus gold, good color scheme. Actually, this makes
Or
sense.
maybe texture is not the right word for what I don't like. I don't like the aesthetic of the like mechanical undead kind of thing. I've always
Red,
been a
gold,
bit of
and
a...
slight
Yeah.
green.
I mean, I don't mind
Not-
biomechanicals. Otherwise you
Like,
can't.
they
You
got-
can't have
they
biomechanicals. You
have-
can't have Ichar Giger. I know this isn't the
They
same,
have
but
the mechanical demon aesthetic, while the Klees have like the mechanical angel aesthetic.
Well,
weirdly.
Okay, let me rephrase that. My problem is they don't go far enough. That's always been my problem.
well, yeah,
where-
you're a freak.
They look kitschy,
Dallas,
not
would they
freaky.
be better if they were bionicles?
Yes.
They look like they look.
But
I mean,
only
you know,
CGI
I
Bionicles.
wouldn't mind seeing these guys as a build kit. They seem fully articulated. I'll steal Axis Thunder there. Actually, no, I'm looking at this. I think these guys are actually the artist has drawn all the joints correctly. I just
Yeah,
realized.
Again, they look like cheap model kits, but like in a
Only CGI Bionicles, no other Bionicles.
Like I think they've actually drawn like all the rounded joints down here so they can bend their
Oh,
feet
hey,
and like
Zed.
legs and stuff.
You join in shortly after Axe. You've missed 4 cards.
Yeah, this is the 5th Infernoid, and to be fair, you've also missed like 15 minutes of me bitching at OBS and just coming to my peace with God.
Which one is
One
this
thing
one
going
again?
with
Piatti.
Jeffrey was I was able to say.
Or
No,
Asmodai.
Name-wise?
Yeah, Piatti.
Sorry, Piatti?
Yeah.
Yeah, this one's not really played either.
Alternatively, Asmodai.
They probably don't want to die. Or also-
Spoiler, it's Asmodeus.
Well,
Gee.
technically they use the Asmodai spelling, but yeah, Asmodeus. Again, there's
yeah, but
there's
that's-
usually a few different
that's the
ways you can translate a couple of
Anglicanized.
these names, but yeah, it's
The
Asmodeus.
popular Anglicanization of Asmodai is Asmodeus.
Yeah. Asmodeus.
Asmodeus.
Rockly
Uh,
Asmodeus.
Okay, I have a complaint then, actually. I just realized.
What's up?
Of all the people not to have hoof feet, why What?
Yeah, I don't. They're very picky and choosy with what demons do what. Like I think there are
Because, like-
actually some comparisons of Astaroth to a dragon or a serpent, so being kind of dragony for Petrulia. Okay, cool.
Well, yeah, most demons are traditionally very serpent-like, because that was a big thing in the Torah and the Bible of, like, snake
Yeah, the
bad.
snake.
Yeah.
Snake
Snake
bad.
Thanks,
But-
Adam and Eve. Snake.
Snake.
No step on Snek. No speak to Snek. Yeah,
Danger Noodle.
I will say this. I do not like. Obviously, they have unifying parts of their aesthetic. Their actual structure of the Infernoids is not very unified because I feel like the artists are
No.
going out of their way to do a bunch of different interpretations of demons.
Like, let me look at the traditional Ars Goetia.
Like this one
Asmodeus
is.
drawing.
I love the actual. The drawings in the Ars Goetia are fucking rad and hilarious.
They're so weird. Yeah, no, this looks nothing like that.
Yeah.
It's a fucking chimera with a human head
Yeah.
and a lion tail. What the fuck? I love this art.
No, the
Oh, no,
original.
he has a webbed foot.
Okay, so they kept that detail, but not a lot. Like otherwise, like I said, I think most of these are just we're going for a lot of different looks for demons. Like Permai was more gargoyle-y, you know. Antra obviously was supposed to be a bug dragon, which was still weird,
No,
but you know.
traditionally, Asmodeus is 3 heads: one a goat, one a man, one a ram.
Yeah, this is.
Yes, those are different.
Honestly, they probably
You
should have
said-
made that guy the third one and then do it the other way. But anyway,
You said 3 heads, and my mind instantly went to that 3-headed guy from Monty Python's The Holy Grail.
Oh, they're much less like, you know how chimeras have separate heads? No, these are 3 heads basically fused into one thing.
Yeah, they're all stacked together. It's because
that
it's a
one,
classic
It's gross
medieval
and great.
whatever. It's like it looks goofy because it's like a little low res pencil scribble, but like it's pretty good. Okay, we've talked enough about better, cooler demons.
This boy.
Piatti is
Yeah.
level 5. It has 2200 attack, so finally you have a decent stat line for these things. You need to banish 2 Infernoids to summon it. When this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent by attacking an opponent's monster, send a random card from their hand to the graveyard once per turn during either player's turn. DD Crow for tributing a monster. So, I can see why maybe you would play 1. Unfortunately, again, with the level restrictions, you can't get enough of these boys to actually hand loop your entire opponent. So generally, and especially it has to inflict by a damage by attacking, so it can't be direct attack either. I feel like for an archetype that's supposed to end the world, Konami was way more conservative, at least with these lower level Infernoids, than they were with, say, Klees. Like, a lot of Klee cards, and God, no, Towers obviously came out in the first wave of support, but a lot of Klee cards are like, damn, this is good. A lot of the Infernoids are like, this is okay, but like, I gotta banish 2 guys.
The thing with broke with Infernity is they forgot Reasoning was a card.
Infernoid. We're doing it
Or
again.
Infernoid, rather. No, the
Yeah,
thing that
yeah.
broke with the thing that broke with Infernity is XC's rank 4s became a thing.
Yeah, that's what broke Infernity. But yeah, I don't think we got anything else to say about Piatti, other than that name is Polish.
No. It's Piatti.
Okay.
Spoiler, Inferno is also a common Mystic Mind deck.
Yeah, no shit. Okay, I like this one is more speaks more to my personal aesthetics, but I can understand if people don't like it. The problem is I have to say this name because this is Norwegian. So this is Jete? Jete? Is that a soft G?
Oh, I thought it was Geit.
Jite?
I went with German other than Norwegian, but
No, it's
if
Danish.
if
so.
it's Norwegian, I'm not pronounced. Yeah. I know. Shite. It's Infernoid shite is what it is.
Yeah, I'm looking at the IPA pronunciation, and I'm like, wow. Okay. In the Old Norse, it's written Seti.
Yeah.
So I think it's a silent. It's a
or
silent
Sete.
one.
I will say this one has a weird extra thing of. It's like a weird mix of metal and wood. The other one had like a
I think it
metallic
has a lot to
texture,
do
but
with the
this looks like
coloring.
it
Like
looks
several of them
wooden.
look more woody. You missed. What was it?
wooden
Harmadic?
panels.
Which one was the brown one? I'll pull them up
I
again.
Harmadic.
remember you saying that one. I just
No,
didn't get to
not
really
Harmadic.
look at it.
Petrulia.
Or no, yeah.
Yeah, Petrulia was the brown
maybe.
one. That's the one that I'm
I
like.
mean,
this looks very wooden.
I
I'll
think
pull it
this
back up
is
for
my
next.
favorite looking one so far.
That's good because it's mine.
I have one
true.
problem with it. One giant problem with it.
What?
He has silly ass knee pads with silly ass nipples on them.
Yeah,
That's
I think we're
true.
just trying to find extra places to display the extra vacuum tubes is an issue because he's got 6. He's
We
got
love
one in his center,
vacuum
one in his head, and then
But
shoulder
the way
pads in
that
there.
knee pad is, the way that knee pad looks is so dumb.
I just noticed.
Yeah.
I just noticed a weird thing of like this thing's like an engine that got turned into a demon transformer because it has all these coils and like.
Oh, no. Yeah, they've
wiring.
all looked like that. They're all very mechanical with the vacuum tubes. This one's got, like,
Yeah.
extra power lines behind him and, like, intakes.
Also, I will say that biomechanical is not the part of these I have a problem with. It's the I don't know how to put it, evil mechanical.
Like they're like demon mechs, which is like.
Yeah,
weird.
I don't like that aesthetic in
It
a lot of.
clashes.
No, it doesn't. This is fine.
Oh.
Not that it clashes. That's not the right
When it
reason. I
works,
just
it
think
works.
it's.
When it doesn't, it's
It doesn't.
awful.
I think it's overdone and often over-designed. Is probably what I'm more talking about.
Yeah, I think this guy, Sete, is fairly well done. I mean, he does have some extra pads. I assume
Well,
his shoulders
he
and
is-
knees are so there just so they
He's
can
God
put the vacuum
forbid
tubes.
restrained.
Yeah, he's just a demon dragon man.
I do honestly think that if they removed more of the vacuum tubes, he'd actually look a lot better.
Yes, but unfortunately
agree.
that's the theme because he's the 6th one, so he needs 6 tubes. We talked about that earlier. It's unfortunate, but that is what they're doing. Also, I will say another look I can compare this to is Bahamut Mecha Bahamut.
Yeah, that's the other aesthetic
Actually, hold on, Omega, a thought.
Yeah.
Look at his shoulder pad, like his little like half a circle shoulder pads, and they've got like dots on them. They could have put the vacuum tubes there, and it would have been so much better.
Probably, yeah. They could have been more conservative.
I'm pointing at my screen because I hate this.
No. Yeah, it's. I think they had better options. They just. I don't know why they didn't do them. Another thing though, good color scheme, kind of purple and gold. Good, works, solid, proven.
Purple and a darker purple too.
Yeah. So, very, very solid combo there. But there's still, like, a lot of these have a couple of different things where it's like, okay, I see why you had to do these this way, but, like, it's still dumb. Okay, I see. This card is good. So this is a level 6.
Pretty good.
It's got 2,400 attack, 0 defense. You special it by banishing 2 Infernoids. And then when this card declares an attack, you can banish one monster from your opponent's extra deck, their choice. And then it has the DD Crow effect. So they still get to pick, but that is a not once per turn at all, and that's just free extra deck banishing. That's good.
Yeah. So that's also Infernity's thing.
Infernoids.
Or Infernoid's thing.
Anti-extra deck makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense in the
their
context.
fusion monster can banish 6 monsters from your extra deck at a time. If you summon it properly.
Yeah. By the way, I don't know if I got to say that out loud yet, but in the OCG, this one was Belphegor. I'm kind of okay they didn't go with the traditional look because Belphegor on the toilet is kind of overdone. Yeah, Belphegor is the sitter upon the shitter. Which is funny, but very overplayed.
Yeah, clearly we need to help Belphegor hit people with a toilet.
I mean, that would definitely be a different take.
It just swings it around like a chain.
We were so close to
we got into... Yeah.
We were so close to greatness. We were this close. So this is... Hold on.
You mean that?
I do actually know. So we talked about this before. Sete was Norwegian. This is Finnish. So this is Setisemas? Setisemas?
I always call these nicknames, so...
Ball in technically Vaeru.
I call this one Septimus, but
I mean that's kind of close because it's 7. Yeah. So, like I said, we were close to greatness. I think there are parts of this that could have been good, but then there's parts of it that are not.
Oh Jesus! The more I look at this, the more I find wrong.
The back part.
I looked at it. I'm not sure how to take it in. I need some time to take it in.
Yeah, his head is
thighs. Why are his thighs car bumpers?
So, I mean, honestly, the one that's intact is okay. The one that's, like, splitting off, I'm like, what is happening here? What are you doing? Like, is that his extra tail shadow? But there's, like, his blade wings coming down. What's going on over there? I don't know.
Also, he has a xenomorph head.
Yeah, his head's too long. I presume because they wanted to stick more green vacuum tubes on him.
I think he has a Mega Buster.
Yeah, that's not a good look because it's got like the weird cross shape. It's a Chiss Clawcraft hand. Not that a Chiss Clawcraft is bad, but on his hand it's dumb.
He has neck wires that are.
Yeah, his neck is really long. And like I said,
well, no, not the neck. The color area.
Oh, yeah, that's not a huge because that's kind of in theme, but it is definitely an extra detail that probably didn't need to be there. The main thing that's killing me is the long head, like, because it looks like he's got, like, kind of a weird, like, lion-type face, you know, with the way the horn's positioned as well, like, ears. But then his head just keeps going.
Actually, question.
Yeah?
If you look at this, it seems like on his wings you can see the shadows, like one from his hand on his left. What the fuck is causing the shadow on the right? It's clearly not his Mega Buster hand.
Yeah, you're right. Like that's not the shape his hand is in. I think the artist fucked up. Because I think the shadows are supposed to be his gun hand backlighting, but yeah, why is his real hand there?
Yeah, I do not like this. I do not like this one. This one is very bad.
Yeah, like I said,
it's not angled correctly to be a Mega Buster hand.
This could be good, like this kind of red, gold, and green glow, and he's got a spear, which is kind of interesting. But then we just kept adding detail to this, and I do not like parts of this. They are unsettling.
Yeah, this is what I mean when it's everything I hate. It's over-designed. It's no uniformity. It's like bad color scheming because I'm sorry, but it's doing the corn snake problem wrong.
And the other weird thing, this is a minor gripe, just in my opinion. The spearhead is way too small for a thing of this size.
You're true. I did kind of think it looked a little small too. Like he's I mean, I guess he's one-handing it, but still, it's a little weird. There's some weird stuff
Oh
here.
no, yeah, it's very odd.
Like, give it better than just a spear. Like, I don't know, give it a fucking glaive or a halberd or something.
Or just make it bigger. Like what's his nuts? The one that had a staff. Was that Piatti? Yeah, Piatti had a staff. That was 2 guys ago.
Yeah, just make it bigger. It just looks like a thin toothpick.
Yeah. Especially in his grip. Like, Piatti had a big one. This one's finished, though, like I said. So, effect-wise, this one's level 7. 2600 attack, 0 defense, level 7. Banish 2 Infernoids. If this card attacks an opponent's monster, this effect can be activated at the end of the battle phase. Banish a card on the field once per turn, blah, blah, blah. So, effect-wise, also decent. If he attacks an opponent's monster, you can activate an effect at the end of the battle phase to banish. I do believe that means he has to live, but it gets you extra removal.
Yeah.
Which can be spicy.
He's pretty okay.
Yeah.
He's definitely one of those considered one-ups.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, God, there's an extra letter in here.
Oh, no.
So, the one you're about to pull up is Attendel. Or Atondel. And I was a little confused by the D in there.
Is that the good A1 or the bad A1?
It's Adramalek is his core.
It's okay. No, I mean in terms of the game.
Yeah, no. I mean, I don't think it's the worst one, but we're still...
No, this one's not the good A1, though.
No, I'm talking about art design-wise.
Oh, design-wise?
I don't think he's the worst, but there's still things I don't like about this.
This looks like...
They try to give him long as fuck coattails or whatever.
Or a bird tail or something? I don't know. It looks weird.
Giant scrotum.
Yeah, the way it looks like it's attached to his fucking codpiece, though.
Well, it is, though. It's weird.
He has very big balls. But no, this just looks like just like a shitty, like, Vrain's dragon.
You'll know, and I'll say this: you'll notice that as we get bigger and bigger, they get more detailed. Like you can see more of the fucking heat exchangers and springs and gears and stuff. When these guys were smaller and simpler, I think I liked their aesthetic better. But now that they're getting bigger and the artist is like, we have to fill more space with more mechanical bits, I'm like, too many mechanical bits. He doesn't need all these parts to function.
It's funny how the smallest one looks like the most complete one. These guys look like they came out of the oven way too early.
Yeah. Now, this one was actually early. This was one of the first wave of ones, so... But yeah, there's things to like about this. And again, color scheme-wise, this one's better. It's kind of like an array of blues and oranges. You know, those are colors that contrast well. You probably heard about blue and orange contrast before, so like, okay, we're trying. But there's still, like, a lot of extra stuff. I'm also noticing as I keep looking, he has extra spikes in places. Why does he have extra spikes?
Shout out to that one blood moon in the background.
Yeah, there's a blood moon back there. So, I mentioned before, Attendel's OCG name is Andramalek. His name is Swedish in origin. He is a level 8, 2800 attack, 0 defense. Banished 2 Infernoids still. When this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, it can make a second attack.
This is what they say for Happy Leaf Erickson Day.
Honestly, given his big body, that's okay, but it's definitely not enough to... It's not anything to clinch a game either. But he does get to double attack, and it's not against monsters. It's just if he destroys a monster, he gets a second attack. So that's decent, but not a standout. I think the main thing is just that the main thing is that because he's the first one that's level 8, if you summon him, you're locked out of Infernoid summons. At least for the main deck boys. So, like, I don't know if he's impressive enough for that level, especially given the ones that are coming, but yeah. He's okay.
He is very mid.
Alright. And it's time for this sneaky boy. I really wish I hadn't seen this one blown up. And there's one thing that ruins it for me. This is Deviati.
Oh, Deviati, yeah.
So if you don't see it, chat, I will.
Yeah.
Oop, what the fuck? Paint. What are you doing?
Deviati.
Shit. There we go. Home.
He's almost a great design.
My stream keeps wanting to not be at 720.
It should be at 1080 technically, but
Yeah, 720 is the highest I can go.
I mean, I don't think he's awful.
Yeah, I don't think. No, I think this is mostly good. It's just.
Is it wrong if I like see this is like this feels like a weird like demonic steampunk version of Cyber End Dragon?
I was gonna say Slifer, but
No, it's definitely in the
too.
vein of other really long dragons. I will say, I think honestly, the fact that Deviati has such a simple design is good, because he's just like one long spring tube, and that prevents a lot of the problems we have with others. It's just, why does he have tiny little derpy eyes? He has little angry eyes. It's weird.
he's got angry eyes.
Like, honestly, I don't mind the fact that, like, you can see all of his little vacuum tubes up here, because they're small, right? Like, he's supposed to be pretty big. And he's got a second set of wings that's doing something, but that's towards the back, so I can ignore that one. So, yeah, this is a resounding okay for me. It's just, I saw the little eyes, and I'm just like, aw. I was about to say this guy's really cool, and then I see his little angry face.
I think he's definitely better than most of the big guys. 'Cause
Yes.
trust me, we're not there yet.
Well, we only have a couple more in that end.
It's like the what did I share like a few days ago into a general? It's the weird sand boas.
Yeah.
It just don't look right.
Okay. So, anything else to say about Deviati in that format? Oh, I should
No.
mention, this one is Infernoid Lilith.
Ah, his snake.
Eh. Alright. So, Deviati is level 9, 29, 29, so good stats in both directions. Requires you to banish 3 Infernoids while the current ranks or levels you control is 8 or less. When this card is special summoned, destroy all spell traps except voids. Once per turn, when a monster's effect is activated, quick effect, tribute a monster, negate that activation, and if you do, banish it. So, card-wise, Deviati is the first one we've got that's pretty good. Like, it does require 3 banishes.
So Deviati is a weird card. In that is in a vacuum, this card is good.
Yeah.
The
I presume in
problem is
Infernoids, the 3 banish is kind of a pain.
Well, yes, and the other 3 banish is generally considered better.
Okay, alright. Fair enough.
I think you're actually like Deviati's played. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, yeah,
Deviati's played usually at like 2.
Yeah, but we're gonna talk about
Generally
Onuku.
for the banishes, Onuku is considered better.
okay, fair enough.
But God, his art.
But yeah, so Deviati is definitely out of the Infernoids we've seen. Deviati is an actual payoff. This is a heavy storm that doesn't blow up your void spell traps. That's good, and also it is a negate, so that's okay. Like, we're actually getting to some win cons here.
No, Deviati has definitely played a lot. Well, I wouldn't say a lot, but
I mean,
it's
honestly,
playable.
if this one is the best one in terms of gameplay, it makes sense because this one is the Rainbow Pyrex scene. Woo!
Well, the thing about Infernoid, yeah, no, this art is bad. I should also say that.
Let's pull him up. This is
Oh,
Onuku.
Onuku is
Anuku.
And
Onuku
his
is-
TCG name or his OCG name is
Onuku.
Nehemoth.
no.
Anuku is a no.
Oh no.
So, this could have been good. It is
Could
not.
it have really?
Yeah, no.
don't
I
necessarily
like
know if I
honestly,
agree with you.
I think if they took away the fact that he has a giant discus behind him, like he's got a weird metal halo thing. If we took that out, that's probably okay. Then he's just kind of a weird.
He's a snake with a
Dragon.
chicken head.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. That's a basilisk. So yeah, that's workable.
I don't know if that works without legs.
He's kind of got
I
legs.
don't know.
That is something I would probably redraw, his little, like, weird leg plate things,
The
because those are
chicken
at his
face
hips.
kills this for me.
The chicken part's a little derpy, yeah. I mean, he's got teeth, so it's not a full chicken head, but yeah, it's... Right now, he's a giant robotic chicken. Demon.
Mecha chicken.
Which is like...
Chicken.
Okay,
Chicken on ice.
why?
On ice chicken.
Alex,
I can't believe
Same
you've
way.
done this.
I look at this and it's like, it feels like I'm looking at one thing and then I'm like looking at the whole thing and it's like kind of not sure what I'm supposed to think about.
Yeah, no, he's
Like-
got a lot going on. Like,
Like,
you
but,
think,
like, in a way
you
where
think you're
it's
looking
like-
at one shape, and then the shape resolves, and you're like, wait a minute.
It's that, but it's also more of like when I think there's usually a lot going on. Usually there's a focus point at least still, but this one just feels like there's actually a focus point.
This is very opposite from how a lot of demon art for me usually goes. Where they take something that's supposed to be like a lot of demonic art that's good, take something that's supposed to be non-threatening, and then make it threatening. This managed to do the opposite, where it took something threatening and it made it non-threatening.
Yeah.
I am not scared of this man.
No, he's got way too many weird
I
fin legs.
Zero fear.
the way he twists and turns makes some of his weird spike bits coming out of him look like they don't fit or
Yeah.
belong.
They're way too bendy. And
Yeah,
it's
no-
a
no
terrible
fear.
shame because like his color scheme, like he's black and red. That's like, how do you fuck that up? That's like a really
they
basic
did.
color,
They
but
managed.
the fact that he's black and red does nothing because he's still a weird robot chicken with extra fin leg plates, and he still
I
has a
know that.
giant Stargate bolted to his back.
Yep.
I don't.
He's a moving relay gate for Mass Effect.
Yeah, this is peak, like, we added too many details. There's too many things on this guy. We needed
Like,
to have like
for
at
the
least
demon-
one less thing.
For the Great Demon King,
Yeah.
like
Wait, which one is this one meant to be in terms of demon
Nehemoth.
kings? Okay, don't know that one.
but like in terms of the
I mean, he's the
Infernoid
10th
lore-wise,
one, so
he's
he's the
big
biggest
guy.
Yeah,
He's the 10 of 10.
yeah. So, this one is level 10. It's 3K, 3K, banish 3. When this card is special summoned, destroy all other monsters on the field. Once per turn, if a spell trap is activated, tribute and negate. So, yeah, he's pretty good.
Yeah.
Detail creep. That's a good way to phrase it.
Yeah, the Yu-Gi-Oh is of all card games I've ever played, Yu-Gi-Oh is the biggest defender of detail creep. I think.
Yeah. So I don't know necessarily what they're running for, but yeah. But effect-wise, he's
I'm
pretty
just-
good because he's a Nuki boy, and he has a spell trap negate if that matters.
Danuk. I mean, spell trap negates usually matter.
Yeah. No, don't save as.
Danuki.
Okay, so
No.
there's one more. Well, technically there's kind of two,
I
but
did it for the Nuki.
Tiara Source of Destruction isn't mentioned in the archetypes, though we will bring that one
But
up.
there is.
There is one more actual Infernoid main deck monster we need to bring up.
Yeah.
And then there's also an extra deck
Oh, the
monster.
main deck.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about.
No, not Infernoid Tiara yet. Because that's a fusion monster. And I believe this guy came out, Decatron came out at about the same time as that.
Oh,
does.
there's a couple more left.
Oh, is there? I looked at the list.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
Well,
no.
let me check.
No, I think no.
Yeah, there's one.
There's
there's more.
it's just Tiara and Decatron.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, well then you better
Am
tell
I
me what it's
crazy?
called, Dallas. Yeah, you're crazy because you're not telling me what it
Hold
is.
on.
I'm literally looking at the list. Antra, Atondel, Decatron, Deviati, Harmadic, Onuku, Petrea,
Wait, we did Antra?
Piatti, Primaris. Yeah, we did Antra a while ago, buddy.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Never mind. Yeah, you're right.
Antra's the two.
This is just. I can't remember what it was translated to, but Lilith's head with two.
You know.
Yeah,
Decatron is.
Is Deviati's head after it got busted up.
Yeah.
Look, you can see a man in that green one.
Yeah, there's some stuff going on in the vacuum tubes. That's some of them souls we didn't get reincarnated properly.
Some of them there souls.
Some
There's
sold all
souls in them
souls.
there hills.
Yeah. I think the main thing there is the funny thing is that we've got this one is like clearly after we've broken up some of the shit because it's got all the different colors. But yeah, Decatron. Art-wise, there's not a lot to say because it is just Deviati's head. I kind of like the busted up look though. It's good.
I can only think of you got a pointy Shadow chin over there.
And he does have a little bit of a shit all chin.
It's because it's purple. That's why I say Shadow. That's why
Fair
they put the Shadow person.
Now, there's one thing about Decatron that I do not understand. Why is this a tuna?
What?
Yeah,
Is
level
it
1
one?
Fiend Fire Tuner.
Why do they go to Synchro?
They don't. There's no Synchro Infernoid.
Exactly.
I mean, I guess you could just so they could actually have synchro access.
I mean, they do have a lot of funny level stuff, so I could see you doing synchro plays with them. It's very weird because, I don't know, maybe people were playing synchros with them because they've got very exotic levels and free specials.
They have.
No, people
cover almost-
do often play a synchro package with them. Well, until certain cards got released that replaced those, until Lynx did.
Yeah. Okay.
Spoiler.
So that I can understand why in Clash of Rebellions, like after a couple sets of support, they were like, okay, we see people are playing them as a synchro package. We'll give them a tuner in archetype.
Yeah, people were playing them with, I think it was specifically, oh my freaking god, I can't remember. Never mind, ignore me. I can't remember the name.
So the main thing about Decatron is this one.
Plague Spreader Zombie.
Okay, makes sense. This one, you can normal or special summon, actually. That's in fact his whole deal. Decatron, if it is normal or special, send an Inferno from your deck to your graveyard, except Decatron. If you do, increase this card's level by the level of the sent monster, and if you do that, it becomes that monster and gains its effects. So, this is kind of a way to activate your Infernoids without needing to manually banish all your Infernoids. Decatron lets you normal summon to get to any Infernoid you like, so long as it's in your deck still. I don't think both cards had Void support cards that overlapped yet. They do now, technically, but I don't think that when Infernoid first came out. But yeah.
Decatron is weird in how it feels like it's the most destroyed one, but it also kind of cool because it actually gives it kind of a distinction to it.
Well, I mean, Decatron Decatron has a very weird vibe for me.
Yeah.
In that this feels like a spell trap art, but it's a monster.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, no, I get what they're going for with Decatron's art and that's effect. This is clearly like
I understand
we've
the
beat
art,
up
but it just
Deviati
looks
and
a
like.
spell trap art.
I mean that's true, but that's because the Infernoid spell trap art is bad.
Yes, yeah, we'll get to that, but yeah.
I mean, I don't think we will because I don't really want to
you
pull
think-
up a lot of them. Maybe we'll pull up a
If you think
couple for
about it from
effects,
a
but like.
story standpoint, the only thing I can get from this is like, this is Inferno's got their shit kicked in and they're running away with all their tubes.
I think we need to talk about one of them.
Sure.
I think we need to talk about
That's fair.
It at least shows that the
Two.
person
Actually, we need to
two.
talk about two. I
God damn it,
forgot.
Dallas. Stop moving the
No.
goalposts.
No. There's two that are very important.
Yeah.
And then the rest are just kind of whatever.
But there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them, and trust me, I was trying to make this thumbnail for like 20 minutes before we got started.
A lot of them were
They're
bad.
very boring.
But there are three. Well, there's three that are played, but Void, the field spell doesn't look like anything.
Yeah.
But
So-
the Imagination and Vanishment, I think we need to talk about.
So Decatron has level fixing, which probably suits a tuner, and it can be normaled, which is good. So it fits in the deck and it does stuff. So
Yeah, no. Yeah. The problem with Infernoid as a concept is they want to achieve. They have opposite playstyles. One is very, very, very fast, and one is very slow until it is fast. Like, Infernity does not function if you are not going balls to the wall, all gas, no brakes.
yeah. So remember how we talked about how there's tens of them?
Yeah.
Well, what if we wombo combo them all together? Behold, Infernoid Tierra.
Yeah. Spoiler: this is the summoning of Tierra.
Yeah, this is the fusion one. And this is basically all of them stacked together. We'll see when we see Tiara Source of Destruction, because that's got some extra bits, and we'll do that in a second. But for now, this is...
just looks like Tiara, but a snake lady.
Yeah.
She's got the hands.
Yeah.
Hands all there. It's kind of all of them stacked together. You've got the really long tail. You've got kind of a cool headdress. Parts of it are actually like suggestive of Sophia, because they're supposed to be kind of opposites.
Yeah.
There's not really anything to say that's bad about this. It's just kind of, yeah.
I do appreciate that if you actually look just above the wing to the right, you can just see the tip of her tail. It's just so
Yeah,
far
just hanging
away
out there.
because she's that
Oh my
big.
god.
So
that made me
huge.
think of it. These are just fantasy cyberdarks in aesthetic.
I mean, kind of. Cyberdarks are honestly a little more fucked up and asymmetrical. Have you ever seen Cyberdark canon?
Yeah.
I more meant just like aesthetic based
Wait.
because it's like they have
Fuck,
like the more
fuck
like
Cyberdark
wooden.
Canon. Have you ever seen Cyberdark Spawn? Or what is it? Spine, I think?
Something.
Hold on.
What are the
this
new
is-
Like the
ones?
this is
Cyberdarks, personally to me, those scream more like Japanese survival horror mecha traps.
No. Yeah, no. Cyberdark is much more Geiger than this.
Yeah,
I just
and
feel
I
like-
think even more like brutalist, whereas Infernoids are very much, hey, we're trying to just draw all of the different like demonic artworks.
These are the boss in a JRPG.
No,
Yeah.
these are the penultimate
we-
bosses, the ones that aren't. It's not the final boss. This is like the thing you fight before the final boss.
No,
Did
this,
we
this is the final boss, though.
have? Did we show Tiara before in a thing?
Source
No,
of
we
Destruction, I
showed-
think we've shown
we
before, but
showed
not
Sophia.
Infernoid. I think I've
Because-
tucked in
Showed
Tiara Source of
Sophia.
Destruction before, but yeah.
Maybe.
No, I just thought it would be a nice side by side to show Tiara and then Infernoid Tiara.
Well, we can do that because that would be the one next anyway, because we have to talk about that one. But
Okay.
here, I'll pull up the card art.
Yeah, no, this card's a
Thank
fucker
you.
though.
Yeah, but hold on, let me shift it over slightly, so we can fit Tiara Source of Destruction. So you can see what's going on with that one, where we've added something extra and important here.
So which one came first, Infernoid Tiara? Or
Yes, Inferno Tiara comes first.
Oh.
Tiara Source of Destruction wasn't printed until like a year later.
And then she got thick.
Wait, is that just Clayford Towers?
Yes,
Yeah,
no,
I
we're
think-
just
I
wearing
think she just-
towers.
I think she just put towers on her shoulders.
Yeah. Look
Well,
at this.
shoulders and hips.
This is where Cyberdark is going
Fuse
now.
of towers.
Yeah,
Is that
Cyberdark
just
Chimera. Their Cyberdarks are
Slugger?
like weird,
Yeah.
fucking
I told you it's H.R. Geiger.
torture implements.
Yeah, that's very Geiger, actually. Yeah.
I'm trying to look at the one on the right and see what the fuck the face is. I'm having a.
Oh, the right?
I mean, the
here.
face is like the
It's
Tau
covered. It's
symbol.
like masked.
Yeah,
Like she
Oh.
has horns and then like a veil type thing.
I do
Yeah.
like the look of just the giant fuck off eyeball in the chest.
I really
Yeah.
like Tiara's design. I'm not a huge fan of Tiara's design.
Yeah, I gotcha.
I hate it and I love it.
No, I
Oh,
don't
they-
like Inferno Tiara that much.
I mean, I feel like especially when you compare the two, Infernoid Tiara is like you're literally not in your final form yet.
Well, so can I ruin it for you a little bit?
Probably not, but go for it. Try.
Or well, not ruin it, but so this is basically just the fucking what are they fucking called? The evil Egyptian god cards.
Sacred
This is just Armatile again.
Oh, you did a
No.
second piece.
I mean, I love Ogdoadic. This isn't quite that. This has wings.
I said Armatile.
Yeah, but you were trying to think of
Sacred
the.
Beast.
Sacred Beast.
Is it the sacred? I don't think it looks like a sacred
Yeah, I
beast
was
at all.
thinking Sacred
He
Beast.
originally said Wickeds, and then I meant Wickeds.
No,
and
he
then
said
then
evil
Wicked.
Egyptian and then stopped.
The evil Egyptian.
I would said evil Egyptian gods.
Which are the Wickeds, but
No, not really.
Well, they're also the sacred beast. Don't be pedantic and fucking.
fair enough.
I mean, the
just
wicked
wanna point
the
out
wicked cards are definitely not Egyptian gods.
Fair
One
enough.
tiny detail that I do enjoy is if you look at the wings on the right version, they've added like bits from like the Clayford Towers, like
Yeah, they've added all the
I would
little
say
Klee cores.
stained glass
Yeah.
looking thing. It's neat.
I just mean this is a very what I mean by that is this is a very generic looking Yu-Gi-Oh boss monster. Like the raised up snake demon guy person is very common.
Yeah, sure, I guess, but I'm not I'm not gonna fight them because Tiara's a fusion monster, so it's all the ones stacked together. Well, guess what? Two of them were really long snaky, so she's gonna be
It's-
long.
I'm just gonna say that compared to like we got the trope of big fuck off Yu-Gi-Oh boss monster, but that doesn't mean it's bad because of that trope.
And like I can
There's
get
a
if
lot
like
worse.
somebody's like, oh, she has like a cobra
sure.
silhouette because of her weird headdress. Yeah, kind of, but also like it connects back to her hips in a weird way.
Well,
I think it might just be the
mainly
angle.
what I'm saying is I much prefer reincarnated Tiara.
Well, Tiara, the Source of Destruction, the final form is better because that's like got extra greebles. It's also got fuck huge hell flames shooting out of it.
We get
It also
reincarnated
looks like something that's
Tiara?
gonna end the world. Or sorry, Tiara Unleashed, I should say. Because this is the Infernoids making Tiara's body, and then this is what happens when Tiara uploads herself into it.
Ah.
So-
And steals Towers' body.
Infernoid Tiara is a level 11 Fiend Fusion monster, 3,400 attack, 3,600 defense. Now, interestingly enough, normally this requires you to have Onuku, Deviati, and one more Infernoid monsters, but one plus Infernoid monsters.
Yeah, one
specifically.
or more.
Yeah. So you
That's
do need two
important.
names for this, but you can do extra ones. When this card is fusion summoned, apply these effects in sequence based on the number of materials used for this card's summon. 3+, each player sends 3 cards from their extra deck to their graveyard. 5+, each player sends the top 3 cards from their deck to the graveyard. 8+, each player returns up to 3 of their banished cards to the graveyard. 10+, each player sends their entire hand to the graveyard. So
Yeah.
Tiara will on summon by default make you send 3 from your extra deck. By the way,
Generally, this
not once per turn at all.
yeah, generally Tiara is done in a very interesting sequence. Where Tiara is summoned once for the 8 effect, and then twice for the 10 effect. Because Tiara counts as a material for Tiara,
Ah, yeah,
because it's an Infernoid.
yeah. So you can loop it back. And like I said, not
Yeah,
once
so
per turn
you
at all.
go, yeah. So you go with the first one, then yeah.
So yeah, you can strip a lot of cards out of extra decks. You can mill a lot.
Yeah.
And you can do an actual hand rip effect. So yeah, this is pretty good. The main thing is just in order to get this one, you're gonna need to pitch some of your guys. Now obviously,
set it up.
that's another thing that Decatron does because it does also count the names. So you can use Decatron to vomit out a Deviati or whatever.
Well, can we segue into one of the spell cards because it explains why this card was good?
Yeah, sure. Which one?
Imagination.
Okay, sure.
Void Imagination.
That was what I
Yes,
used
this
for the
is the
thumbnail,
card
so I
with
don't need to pull up the
Imagination.
card art. But yes, this is a
I
continuous
love the
spell
art for
card.
Imagination.
Yeah, but like I said, it's on the thumbnail, so they've seen it already.
That's fair.
Infernoid monster whose original levels are 2 or higher become level 1, and all battle damage they
Yeah.
inflict to your opponent is halved. None of that matters. You can send this card to the graveyard, fusion summon an Infernoid fusion monster from your extra deck using as many monsters. Using monsters from your hand as fields of material. Sorry, fusion materials. There's a lot of confusion stuff here. If your opponent controls a monster special summon the extra deck, you can also, and you do not, sorry, you can also use up to 6 monsters from your deck as fusion materials. So, 1.
Yeah.
The first effect of this card, let's not sleep on that first effect. That makes all of your Infernoids that, when they're summoned, small. This is important because it means you can summon more Infernoids. 2, this is a shit-all fusion on legs, but with, like, ludicrous fusion materials. Like, yeah, it caps you at 6, but still.
Yeah. No, this
That's a
is
lot.
very often how Tiara gets made.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, no, this card is good. Because,
Yep.
spoiler, setting that up is not hard.
No. Because, like I said, it's a shit-all fusion, so it just requires your opponent to have an extra deck summon monster, and you to not. Which, hey, guess what? If you're activating Void Imagination, your archetype fusion spell, you probably don't have a monster from your extra deck out.
And then the other art that I think we should look at, because it's fucking hilariously bad, in my opinion.
Okay.
Like, so bad it's funny.
Which one?
Please, can we look at Void Imagination? Or not Void
Nope.
Imagination, Void Vanishment.
Vanishment, okay.
No.
Sure.
Please.
Yeah. So,
It does explain an earlier card.
yeah. So, and then I think we mentioned this before, so,
I also just realized they gave Inferno Tiara hips.
She dick.
Huh.
So remember how we talked about how they defeated technically
Deviati?
no, this isn't Deviati getting defeated. Well, it might be, but
Construct.
yeah, no, I'm thinking of Shekinaga. There we go. I'm like, what the fuck is the Earth one called? Because technically this is Shek, because you can see the towers.
Yeah.
They froze it with the power of the ice barriers they summoned back from the Dragoonity Lance. And now Deviati is, I think, just taking a snack.
Yeah. She nom-nom-nomming. Spoiler, that does not go well for her.
No, I suspect breaking Construct out of the hole is not a good idea. There's a reason why they put her there.
Yeah. Construct then proceeds to make
and that
Deviati into Decatron.
And that makes sense because Construct Effect is just any special summon monster, right?
Although to be fair, then Construct gets made into, or Shekinaga at this point gets made into Tierra.
Yeah. We stack some extra bullshit.
I want my legs.
And what Void Vanishment does is it's another continuous spell trap. You can discard a card, add a Void spell trap, except Vanishment, and Null and Void.
And Null and Void.
Because that's not that.
To do that. Though, fun fact, you know what card you can add from this? Which is dumb.
Void Trap Hole?
No. Well, yes, probably.
I mean,
but also into the Void.
That is also funny. But yes, you can
which is
add
good
Void
in
Trap Hole
Inferno.
because Void Trap Hole is actually about these guys, by the way.
Yeah.
It's not an archetype card, but it shows when they resummoned the 3 dragons to punch some guys. Like it's got the Ice Barrier dragons on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there's a whole bunch more Void spell traps that are tied to Infernoids.
Yeah.
They don't really have
the only
interesting
other
arts.
one I think would be worth talking about is the field spell.
Yeah, Void Purification is when we fucking beat their ass with the Sacred Lance. What's the
is
field spell? Expansion?
called?
Yeah, it's expansion.
Expansion, yeah.
Yeah, the card art's not really worth talking about. It's just the tree is floating and on fire.
Yeah, the tree burning.
It does let you summon tokens, and then you can banish ones you control, and then your opponent can't target Infernoids with your card attacks or card effects.
So, fun fact about this card is that this card has actually been power crept out of existence
Expansion?
in Infernoid decks. Yeah.
Yeah, what by?
Lair of Darkness, which hilariously performs the same function in Infernoid decks because it makes low-level tokens.
Yeah, I guess that's what you need.
Yeah, the main function of expansion is to make low-level tokens to summon your Infernoids, and Lair of Darkness is just better.
Yeah, Lair of Darkness, good card.
Hey.
Yeah.
By the way, guys, I've almost finished buying everything in the shop this event.
Oh, nice, you're going ham.
Jesus, already?
Yeah,
Nice.
I need things.
I need to start tomorrow.
I've been 3-turning the final 90+ node.
Yeah.
Well, that's nice of you.
me start
So, Tierra's Source of Destruction is a main deck card. It's also level 11. It has the same stats as the Fusion Tierra, so it's obvious they're meant to be the same thing, kind of.
Yeah.
So...
This card is hilarious.
Yes, so this is now a Light Fiend. Can it be normal summoned or set? Must be special summoned from your hand by shuffling 10 other cards with different names from your hand or field into the deck or extra deck.
Oh, gee, okay.
So,
Can it be special
Not
summoned
your
other
grave.
ways? No,
Not
they
your
can't
grave.
be in your graveyard. They have to be in your hand or field.
so you have to be doing really well some fucking how.
Yeah, you have to have a board
Okay,
for
so
them.
there are a couple of decks that can summon Tierra fairly easily. It's very funny.
The main thing is you need to either be both summoning monsters and activating spell traps, or you need to be keeping hand presence while summoning monsters.
Yeah. So one of the decks that can summon Tierra very easily is World Chalice.
Yep, sounds about right. Those guys loop a lot.
Hey,
Get a lot of
Yeah.
extension
that's
back.
10 boxes done.
Because, like, again, while Axe pointed out, you can't shuffle the cards back from your graveyard. There's nothing to say you can't put cards in your graveyard then summon them back to set up Tierra.
Yeah. And the other deck that summons Tierra pretty laughably easy is Numeron.
Yeah, no shit. Fucking Numeron.
Because all of those Numerons are technically different names.
Boy, do I love Numerons. I don't actually, by the way.
I mean, to be fair,
In my climb to Platinum, I had to face many dumb Numeron decks, none of which I liked.
because
Numerons
I
are only
feel
good
like
at best of
Numeron
one.
is like the most paste-eating deck technically, but they're so autopilot you can't be dumb with them.
Yeah, basically, like, it's just activate Numeron Network, activate Calling from your deck, summon 4 Numerons,
Attack.
do something.
Sometimes activate wall.
Sometimes summon that one guy if your opponent
Yeah.
blows up your guys.
Well, and that's usually what I do, but then they run out of stuff, because I was playing Live Twin, so it was just like it was either blow up Network or blow up a Numeron, and then they just banish
Omega,
them.
I'll make you a promise. If I play a Numeron deck, it will only be to summon Tierra.
That will be hilarious. Because what Tierra... First of all,
'Cause I think
Tierra's special summon can't be negated. If this card is special summoned, shuffle all cards into the deck except this card from each player's hand, field, graveyard, face-up Pendulum Monster, face-up extra deck. Neither player can activate cards in response to this effect's activation. So if you can summon Tierra, you summon Tierra. It can't...
it turns it into
summon
a
can't be
top deck
negated. It's can't be negated.
It's a
But
top deck
it's
war
a
and
top
you're
deck
winning.
war while you have a 3,400 beat stick
Yeah.
on the field.
There are also certain cards you can do to prime yourself for victory. Cards like Time Thief Redoer, Purple Nightfall, cards that go and come back.
Yeah, you can...
Does it send back? Does it send back to banish?
No,
Nope.
banish is the only thing it doesn't touch.
Okay, so
Deck.
you can redo a purple brand.
Hand, field,
Yeah, no,
graveyard,
it's
or face-up extra deck.
Reader and Nightfall
funny,
are the two main ones.
funny thought. Because it makes a card leave the field by card effect. What about Fortune Lady Light?
That's very funny.
That would
it
be funny.
trigger that?
I don't know if that can
Probably.
trigger from in your deck, but yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, no, one of the traditional ones. There's a card you used with this card. Oh god, what is it? It is literally a Duel Masters card. It's called like Princess Reptilian or something.
Duel Masters is a different card game.
Or sorry, Duel Monsters.
Yeah, I believe it's Reptilian Princess is a card.
Yeah. It's
But not
like, if this
Reptilian,
card is
Reptilian
shuffled,
Princess.
yeah, if this card is shuffled back into your deck, you summon a card from your deck,
Yeah, very funny stuff.
which is hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh god, I got a lot of weird art.
And Dennis is saying in the chat, if you haven't already, log into your FGO to get your daily.
Yeah,
login
make
if
sure
you
you're
haven't
logged in.
already.
'cause we're
Sorry,
about to reset.
Serpentine Princess.
Serpentine Princess, yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Oh god, what? Why can't I read this fucking card? Yu-Gi-Oh! Wiki, give me a break.
You clicked it, find its effect.
You
Yeah.
click.
If this face-up card is returned from the field to the deck, select and special summon one level 3 or lower monster from your deck to your side of the field.
Yeah, I guess the question is what chain link is that off Tierra?
No, it chains properly. It does.
Well, I'm just because like obviously Tierra shuffles back to summon itself and then it shuffles back everything. So do you need to like also summon the Serpentine Princess, or does she work properly off
you
that?
need to do it additionally.
Okay.
You need to do it additionally.
Probably not impossible, especially with a lot of reptile support.
No,
but
it's not. But once again, these are meme decks.
Yeah, no. I mean, it's hilarious because if you can pull off Tierra, your opponent is probably in a pretty bad way.
Yeah.
Because you've shuffled back their everything, right? You've reset the game except for what's banished. And then...
Yeah.
Which also, by the way, probably means playing if you wanted to and you weren't, like, going first or something. Actually, no, you would be if you're going first because you get to set. But, like, cards like Macro or DeFi, very funny if you could figure out a way to banish your opponent's cards and then you shuffle stuff back. So there's a lot of interesting reactions that can go on here. So yeah, it's a funny card.
No, Tierra is one of those cards that I feel like people put in consistent work to trying to break.
Well, yeah, because
no one's
it's
ever
a
found it.
first of all, well, I like Tierra Source of Destruction because she's not a towers. She's
No.
totally targetable. But the thing is that her two effects, her special summon conditions and her effect activation can't be negated. I know, Lost laughing because she's literally towers, but like she's not doesn't have the towers effect, which I like. So, like, if your opponent just top decks Raigeki, sure. But they just had to put their whole entire hand and board back and graveyard, so they've got nothing, right?
It's like dealing with, what was it? Not Fiber Jar?
Yeah, kind of.
Everything
Yeah.
was back.
It's like
Yeah,
Fiber Jar if you had to, like,
We just start
do
again.
ridiculous, if you have to do ridiculous.
Well, the problem is
loopholes.
Fiber Jar also let you draw, I think it was you draw 5 new cards, don't you?
Yeah.
Like,
It's Fiber
Fiber Jar
Jar, but
literally
Yeah,
restarts
and
the game.
also Fiber Jar resets itself.
Well, no. If it's just not if it's destroyed by battle, but if it's flipped other ways, it can, which is easily abusable, unfortunately, in today's Yu-Gi-Oh. Like, fucking Morphing Jar is still at 1, and probably should stay there along with card destruction because
I don't think Morphing Jar should stay at 1. The one that I think needs to stay at 1, is it banned? I think they might have banned it.
I think it's still banned Cyber Jar.
Morphing Jar 2.
no, Morphing Jar 2 is
No.
unlimited.
No, it's unlimited.
Really?
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's dumb.
Oh,
No,
then
no.
maybe the other card that... Yeah, because there are Morphing Jar 2 decks that go infinite.
I
shit.
don't know see how you would. Because, like, it shuffles all monsters back into the deck, yes, but then you excavate cards, and then the rest are sent to the
Until
graveyard.
you hit the monsters.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
Basically
what if there's
pulling
only
a
four, what
speech.
if there's only 5 monsters in your deck?
What? Sorry, I'm trying to figure out what Dallas just said to me.
Like, what if there's only 4 monsters in your deck?
Well, there aren't. But also,
Why not?
well, okay, but Dallas, if they're in your Morphing Jar deck, you lose if you only have 4 monsters. But
Why?
because you're out of cards, they're sent to the graveyard, Dallas.
No, Morphing Jar 2 doesn't send to graveyard.
Yes, it does. Shuffle back monsters into the deck. Each player then excavates until they hit the monsters. Send all remaining cards to the graveyard. So every card
Yeah,
that's
no,
not a
no.
level 4 monster gets sent to the graveyard.
No, I understand that. But, so then you have 4 monsters on the field. Generally, what it is consistently is 3 Needle Bugs and a Morphing Jar 2.
Yeah.
You flip the 3 Needle Bugs, then you flip Morphing Jar 2. It shuffles your deck, so you get all 4 of those back. Because those are the only 4 monsters in your deck.
Nah, yeah. But you lose next turn. It's
Well, no, there's...
Dallas, I see what you're going for. That's way too contrived and stupid for them to ban Morphing Jar, because that's not infinite.
Look, this will explain it better. Hold on.
No. If you link me a video, it's not.
Okay, fine.
This is literally not an issue. Otherwise, Morphing Jar 2 would be banned. Like I said, I see your logic. It doesn't work. Like, it works, but it doesn't work. There's no way. That's not good enough.
To be fair, Morphing Jar 2 only got unbanned in 2020.
Well, yeah, because he gets a bunch of level 4s, which is probably too much aggro for, like, Lynx, probably. But still. No. And also, like, I think the main issue is that your opponent also gets to do this, is the thing. And they get level 4s equal to the number of monsters they shuffled back. Now, admittedly, it's main deck, so it's, like, it's fun, but, like, there's a reason why flip monsters aren't cool.
I'm gonna try and break it.
Why haven't you already?
Because I thought it was banned.
No, it's been unlimited for a long-ass
you
time.
really should check.
We've played Morphing Jar decks before. I tried to play Empty Jar with 1 Morphing Jar. The reason why Morphing Jar itself is a problem is because it lets you discard any number of cards and draw 5. So it's a really good way to deck out your opponent and keep reloading yourself, card destruction style.
Yeah, it's with all-out attack. That's the card.
I should
It
just
flips them
re-add
infinitely.
Morphing Jar number 1 to my decks. Hold on, I need to check the ban list.
Okay, but it flips. I guess you needle, but your needle.
Oh,
but
Omega,
you're
I'm
saying
joking.
you're shuffling back. I don't. Dallas. The thing is, I understand the combo. I don't understand how you don't kill yourself with it, or your opponent just doesn't punch you in the dick. Like,
Because your turn doesn't end until your opponent is out of... So correct, Omega. You end the turn with 0 cards in your deck. But your opponent also has 0 cards in the deck. because of the repeated needle bugs.
Okay, well, if this is so good an infinite combo, Dallas, show me the tournament wins. It's been 2 years.
Well, so fun fact, Joe,
in Duel
you
Links.
you want to know how they stopped it in tournaments? Judges just ruled if you cause an infinite loop, it just doesn't work.
So I was correct all along. If you try to infinitely loop, the judge just goes, I see this problem. I do believe MBT did talk about this with pole position.
Yeah.
There are just some judge
It's the
rulings
pole
where
position
like
rule.
your opponent is, where we just realize, hey, if you do this, we just it doesn't work.
Granted, this was only a ruling in 2021, so people, I assume, would have tried this, but I assume their opponent just punched them in the face.
Yeah, I mean, that was my backup was, okay, how do you not kill yourself or your opponent just says, no, we're not doing that. You're not
They flipped
allowed.
the table.
Hey, Judge.
Judge,
am I allowed,
time?
Judge, am I allowed to punch this man?
No, you say, Judge, I'm being slow played right now. The judge just shows up with a paddle.
Yeah. No, it is an infinite loop, but...
Okay. I guess with all of you are right with all that attacks that would cause it to it's one of those things where like somebody's like, yes, this is an infinite loop, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, Magic players love their infinite loops.
I really do.
No, like I said, I think that Morphing Jar is much more abusable because that you don't loop that because that doesn't reset itself. It's just if you could play more than one, it's a lot easier to get flip monsters back these days. And rocks, you could just do unfortunate things. Hell, guys, did you know Gallic Granite lets you set a rock from your hand?
Yep.
Yeah, I'll take that as I was gonna take that as a no, but yeah, no, that's the thing it does. Yes, I did rewatch some MBT reviews earlier because I was bored. Well, you should have paid better attention to MBT's cards you didn't pay attention to video. Cards who had extra effects you didn't read.
I think that was like the one of them where it's like, I think that was only like, I think he only talked about that one for like 10 seconds or something.
I mean, yeah, but he says what all of them do that you forget. Did you know Halkdon, or Auroradon can get back a trap card?
Oh, the effect people actually, I think I'd probably want to use it for, kind of thing.
No, you don't. You never want to use...
Axe,
if you want to use Auroradon, I
will.
will beat your ass. You have never expressed an interest in
Okay,
Mecha
so
Phantom
you
to
Beast
have.
ever.
recorrect it. Okay, so to correct it is like, I'm more joking about how I would like to use cards for the effects that people don't use all the like bullshit combos for.
No, fuck you. Colossus is a bad card.
But on the point that, like, to actually be accurate, that's more the effects you'd probably want to use it for in your actual like deck.
I mean, I guess, because I guess you would recycle the Omni Negate,
Wait.
but they have a very
Hold
shitty
on.
Omni Negate.
Hold on, is there a flip monster that makes both players draw a card?
Draw one card? I don't know.
Yeah. Because if there's a flip monster, or even make your opponent draw a card. Because if there's a flip monster that does this, I can play this without it being an infinite loop. It will just be an OTK.
I don't know. Because I know there's Skull Angel that lets you draw one card.
I mean, it could be an FTK, but I just wouldn't do that. I would just not.
I don't know. Like I said, technically regular Morphing Jar lets you draw cards, but that's up to 5, not 1.
I mean, technically it would make your opponent deck out first because of the needle bug mill.
It's very weird.
Hold on, I have an idea.
Oh,
I'm
no.
writing this down.
Yay.
Oh, you're playing a Mystic Mind deck. I don't
This
hear
is such a weird tangent.
Well,
that's-
technically you blackmailed me into Mystic Mine.
I mean, yes.
Hey Dallas, when are you gonna play Melodious?
I'm not. Hey, Axe, when are you gonna make an original deck?
Oof.
I don't know. I mean, oh my,
Okay,
Steam Deck's
so-
the original.
I'm just double checking the lore, by the way. Oh shit, did we talk about Pru Shadow?
I mean, I can go
Aeon?
play Machina again. That's
Oh,
like, purely
Computer
nature
Shadow
of how I
Aeon
like
is
that.
a trap card. No
Oh.
wonder.
So guys, I just realized because I reset everything and had to redo my drafts, and I did my card banks. I haven't done my super card banks. I probably need to ask.
Well, now you can figure out what you need again.
Well, I'll tell you which week it started because I do remember this. Look up whatever week Scrap Dragon came out, and it was that week.
Actually, I did pull a Scrapjack, and I can check.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Void Feast is just we eat all the Clees.
I will warn you though, if you do the Morphing Jar 2 combo in Master Duel and you do the Infinite one, it does break the game and you do get a loss. Disencoder tried this.
Duelist Revolution.
Yeah. So the 5th week after that.
Okay, yeah, so Infernoid Tiara ate all the Clee forts and got back the powers of creation and destruction from Battlemus as well.
That was never mind. That was a
reprint.
Blah blah blah. Yeah, reprint.
Okay, so
When did it first?
Tiara's Source of
Scrap
Destruction
Revolution.
shows up. They make Zephyrath. I'm sorry, I'm reading lore. Oh, okay.
no.
So this is pretty metal. In the card Zephyr War, you see Tiara and Zephyrath squaring off. Zephyrath and Tiara fought for 1,000 days and 1,000 nights.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yep.
And after on the dawn of the 1,000th day, they were just gone. Both of them were just like completely destroyed.
I really
Shout
thought
out
they were literally
to.
ashes.
I'll say this. Shout out to my buddy Dual Logs, being a real homie.
Oh yeah.
Top 10 cards, which lets your opponent draw cards in Yu-Gi-Oh. I'm gonna see if I can find
All
something.
right.
Yeah,
Dual Log's
a
great.
lot of those set lists can be really useful for just like finding cards that.
Duolog's
maybe
great.
just-
I've actually, just because I've been curious, I've watched a couple of his old WoW videos about lore stuff.
Dude, I love his WoW stuff.
WoW lore is.
Oh, so how deep down the rabbit hole did you go?
I mean, I've known because I've read about the history of WoW. I've known the outline of some of the expansions. Like, I mean, the main thing that always freaks me out is like WoW is actually like a science fantasy story, kind of. Like, there's a lot of
it's very
space and
sci-fi.
aliens.
Well, yeah.
Space demons.
Well,
Yeah, the demons are also all aliens.
Yeah, well, kind of.
Yeah, some of them are also from like a place that is like outside of time, so they're probably actual demons from hell.
So the demons, like the little like guys,
Like the Dreadlords.
like the imps and stuff. The Dreadlords are something completely different.
No, the Dreadlords
Right.
came later.
The Dreadlords are from a planet called Nathrazine.
Yeah, no.
But also from a different dimension of that's not important. But what I'm saying is like the imps, the infernals, the non-humanoid demons. Those are all from the Fell dimension.
The actual.
And they're dumb.
They're from yeah, they're usually unintelligent.
Oh
the-
god, I don't
the-
remember his name now, but whatever the evil Titan man's plan was.
Sargeras.
Sargeras, yes.
Well,
I don't.
you know
That
about
part
the-
I haven't actually learned in detail. I assume he just sucked on some fell juice, because that seems to be a recurring
Well,
theme
so
in
basi-
Warcraft.
Basically, what happened, to explain it very quickly.
I
So
want to ask this.
there are
Welcome to
these-
Fail Portrayal
there-
Hearthstone.
So no, it is quick.
Wait,
so basically,
Omega, do you know
all
about the thing
ti-
inside the planet?
Axe,
Yeah, shut up.
Kidding me out. But yeah, no, all the Titans are made of a planet. Like they're all made of a soul, which is basically a planet.
Mm.
And Sargeras found the Void Lords, which are basically the Cthulhu XPs. They're the Eldritch Abominations
Yeah.
from beyond space.
The old boys with
corrupting
names that have fucking apostrophes in them.
Yeah, no, he found one of them corrupting a planet and turning it into a Void Lord. And he got so scared of this, his decision was to kill the universe with fire. And then he started to
much.
do that.
And then
I mean,
started gathering.
There's a
the
reason
biggest
it's
army
called
he could.
the Burning Crusade.
Well, yeah, no. Yeah, he started guarding an army. The main thing he started this is it wasn't a Hiruma Red video. It was a different one. But I watched a video that was how it's all who they used to be the. Actually, I'm trying to remember. Did we get confirmation on this? Is it Draenei or Draenei?
Draenei, yeah.
Draenei.
Draenei.
Okay.
It's Draenei.
It's
It's
technically all their fault.
Well, yeah, it's the Eridar, who are...
Yeah, the
because
proto-Draenei, the
original race is
Eridar.
called
Yeah.
The original race is called the Eridar. The
So
Draenei is, like,
they
I
slurped
think
on
it means the fallen, like
Exiled.
the escaped. Yeah, the exiled.
exiled.
Okay.
Yeah. So to tell that story very briefly, they were super cool and super arcane, and they had like a super cool triumvirate of guys.
And
after
2 of them were evil.
Yes, one of them slurped on some fell juice, and they were just like, fine. Even though, by the way, the third fucking guy could see the future. He literally told
like,
the
hey
other
guys,
2
we
dudes,
shouldn't do this.
guys, if you do this, you're gonna, like, enslave yourselves to
Do
evil.
everything.
And they were like, nah.
We're better. We can change the future.
It's
Oh, fuck, you were wrong.
fine. And then that's when the Burning Crusade really started to pick up, when they got extra Eridar boys in there.
Right.
And they summoned some bullshit. But the Burning Crusade goes around to other planets and either beats them up or enslaves them, basically, turns them to more Crusaders.
Yeah.
Because as we discussed, the regular natives of the Hellfell dimension are kind of dumb.
Well, there are some that are smart, but they're all basically... It's a little awkward because they're all inherently evil, kind of.
Like, they only desire to cause fucking problems.
Yeah, the demons, the Fel represents chaos. They're literally chaos.
Yeah. By the way,
Yeah,
again, we've talked about this before. Warcraft is one of those universes which is also like, not even quite for the same way that like 40K is inherently a shitty nihilistic universe. Like, you'd think, WoW is just kind of shitty and pointless because we need to keep this conflict between Alliance and Horde going for some reason, even though literally every plot is, we must work together against the bigger bad. Oh shit, we've been working together for 2 of the expansions. We need to find some excuse for us to fight each other again. Like I said, I have read an extensive history on WoW and its expansions.
So
that has
just to-
happened several times.
So just to tie this together, just so it doesn't seem like this is completely out of left field.
Oh, I can be out of left field. We're done,
We're at
basically.
the end of a big plotline storyline that's about a conflict between 2 forces, so we're just talking about another plotline. That's
Yeah,
about a
I'm
conflict
just
between
talking about
forces
stuff that kind of
endlessly.
reminded me of some dumb WoW stuff. But yeah, so after they're just gone, the only thing that remains are somehow Gemnite Crystal and Gemnite Lapis, and the charred remains of the Sacred Tree. Basically, everybody that got swept up in the vacuum tubes is freed. All of them actually get properly reincarnated. They're all back. Everything's fine. And then some of them, Crystal and Lapis go into the tree, and finally get to rest in the afterlife. That's Zephyr Providence, and then we don't got any more.
And then later, the Mech Knights attack.
Possibly?
No, I think people make the Mech Knights first. So it's
Well, okay, so I don't actually... I have to reread World Legacy and how much it actually... Because
I sort of saw it was... I think Mech Knights were sort of looking over the world, like, hey, this technology, don't do too much because you might wake him to great evil, and these scenes are there to try to stop
Well,
the
yeah,
great evil.
so the thing that is pitched in Master Duel's storyline is that they basically, and I think it could be because they talk about how the powers of destruction and good they used to be everywhere and then they went away. There was a key that was the ultimate weapon to bring the world, but it went away because we advanced technologically. So I think the suggestion is just that after the Sacred Tree blew up, maybe the World Legacy world just turned into like regular D-Fantasy world.
Yeah, I think
but
so.
eventually
They
through
disappeared.
study, they found the key and were like, oh shit, the legends are true.
Yeah, Ancient Crusade organization.
Yes,
Which
the-
is
And
not
then,
same as
like-
the modern one.
No,
And then,
those
like,
guys
the
took their
Remnant,
names.
and then like the Remnant, I guess, of the
And
Chaos
from
Power is in
my
that Perry, is in Lee or something.
Yeah, from what I
No,
remember
haven't you
of
played the Master Duel storyline? Or are you waiting for me to play it on stream?
Oh, I remember. I didn't play the second part of it. I think.
Yeah, from what
Well,
I
you should
remember,
play
the Master Duel storyline for Crusadia and I think Orcus is that if Lee, actually, yeah,
Nope, it's Lee.
Yeah, Lee controlled the Mech 9 Morningstar, piloted it actually, so it's actually a mecha.
Yes,
He just said, I'm pointing this thing directly at the ground with the World Legacy key, and like,
Yeah,
I'm
so
gonna
the original Crusadia organization investigated the key and the chaos power sealed in the earth, and they were like, Neato Burrito, this is really cool. Oh wait, fuck. If we tap into this power, we're gonna fuck everything. We're gonna build the Mech Knights to like safeguard society, and we're gonna test pilot them with the different powers of creation. And Dr. Lee, who was leading this organization, was like, "Mwahaha, actually, I'm going to forcibly activate the power because I want to see what happens. Because normally the key only appears when the dark power is going to come out and, like, we need to punch it. So Lee forces its activation with her Mech Knight. The other Mech Knights kind of, like, fight her off, and then the world is like exploded. But they go on to found the remaining tribes that the actual future Crusadias and the World Chalice peeps are come from.
Essentially, she sort of locked everyone else out in the ancient Crusade organization out from overriding her. So it's sort of like Xenoblade in that way.
Don't trust mysterious doctors in anime, basically, who want to pilot robots.
The Orca storyline is
kind of died by her soul, got transferred into the World Chalice.
Yeah, the Orca storyline is Longirsu's a fucking idiot.
I mean, yeah, basically, it's just the Orca storyline is, oh no, my sister is dead. Oh no, I loved her so much. I must bring her back to life. I will now do unspeakable science. What's this? The key I have in the unspeakable science is tied to the power of creation and destruction? Okay, I'm going to destroy the world so my doll sister can have a cool new perfect world to live in. And Avermax is just like, no, don't do that. That's dumb.
Bro? Why?
Bro, why? I knew you liked instruments, but this is a whole other thing.
Yeah, then at the end of that, it was just like, Abram and Max just sort of like, now I'm just taking creation into my own hands and become a Vita, the rebuilder of worlds. And,
like, he resets. He kind of resets everything with just. I think it's just Ib and Imda, because Ib does finally come back to life.
Yeah.
You get reincarnated. Yeah. I don't know how Ingirsu got to the point where it's like to make all the big fucking orcas.
Oh, you should play the storyline, but the short version is just in order to. Basically, I think at the end of the World Chalice storyline, he punches out Max. I think he does that. So. Anyway, whatever. Max passes out for a little bit. He takes his blade, which has the Mech Knight powers in it, and Ib's body away with him, and he just starts raiding lost technology caches to figure out what the fuck is going on.
Find something to do. Okay, yeah.
Because he's trying to find a way to bring Ib back. So that's how he finds out about the ancient power of destruction and the power of the key and whatever. And you guys might not know this, but if you look at her card art, Orcus Galatea has a scythe, which is just Mech Knight Max's sword as its blade, but it's a scythe blade.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. When we actually get to World Legacy, there is some interesting stuff there that I didn't even know about, thanks Master Duel.
Oh, yeah, it's, Ava and Max came to being once they fully inherited the key.
He's got a lot of Max has a lot of names.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that has been our fail portrayal for today. Let me see. YouTube's probably still mad at me because I haven't changed the resolution, but I gotta open the control room back up to.
Hey, it was only 2 hours. Wasn't that kind of a little long too?
Yeah, it's fine. It's on par. So next week will be our last Tuesday in August. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for. In this month. So that is when we're gonna do Machina, which won the poll. You can vote on the polls on Patreon. So we'll be doing that one then. We are supposed to do Prague this week, I hope.
I'm planning on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So that's schedule and everything. So we'll be recording that this week, and then we'll have next Fail Portrayal next week. So look forward to that and everything. I think that's all the stuff we got here. I guess I'll try and figure out what the fuck is wrong with OBS later.
Why are you in fucking silver?
Is Dallas playing Master Duel right
Sorry, I found a Sword Soul player in silver, and I'm a little annoyed.
Oh, they're tryhards, probably.
Yeah.
Someone that probably just.
We don't know. It's not the new month yet. You'll figure out when it's the new month, because there's no point in making the poll that is for a month ahead of time.
Yeah.
So we'll tell you what they are, and you will have to support us on Patreon to vote. But I'm sure we'll do another round of fun stuff if I can bully these guys into giving me their results. And now they're all going to yell them out. Okay, fair enough. I think you said that as well.
Yeah, I said that a couple. D and the D and the D.
Yeah, I believe you said you were not changing from that for a while, so that's fair. If you didn't win, you don't have to change. But I know some people like to try something different every month.
I'm staying with Black Lanes.
Okay, well we'll see what happens.
Guys, vote for Black Lanes. Do it.
You'll probably have to remind me when I go to the month, because that'll be in a couple of weeks.
Vote for DDD. We'll be here for fucking ever.
I don't know what I'm
several things. Anyway, I'm trying to end the stream now. I literally was in the middle of saying these guys are gonna like yell what they would pick to me anyway, even though I'm not making the poll for another 2 weeks, so it does not matter.
Yeah, you were right.
You're correct.
I don't have an answer.
Well,
That's
think
because
of it
you
later.
failed.
So, thanks so much for everybody tuning in and seeing this. So, I hope to see you in some other future stuff. Go back and check out this week's Greatest Attorney stream, our Monday stream, if you didn't already, and also the What's Up. There we go. Because for some reason, the episodes where Lucky has been streaming Lost Judgment have not been doing super great. I would like you to go watch them, please. I don't know why, but the views are small. Make the view big. A lot of you watched like 2 weeks ago when you played Final Fantasy XIV, so number needs to go up. That would make me happy, as would your patron support and your super chats and your memberships and your other cool stuff. I would really appreciate those as well. Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. It's 2 hours. It feels like it's been a long 2 hours because of stuff. I need to go refill my water. We'll see you guys next time. Good night, everybody.
Mm-hmm.